And we are live and direct for the current. Great energy. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, today we got a special guest.
It's your boy. It's your guy. It's your homie. Joey Friday.
Hey.
How y'all been? AKA chicken flavor ramen. AKA beef is better. AKA get your life together. AKA shrimp fried rice. How y'all doing today?
Glad to have Jay Friday back on the situation. But when I say back, I mean back in the aquarium. Today, this will be his first episode of The Current. Friday was here for the, if you guys watch our other shows and other situations, he was here for the thing that started it all, which has now been turned into Acquired Taste. So if you like The Current, check out Acquired Taste. It's our love child, baby, whatever thing you want to call it, but we're here, we're doing it, we're making it happen. Anyway, here today on The Current, we are taking the motion in the ocean, the choppy waters of the industry, and we're going to go right in the middle of it to see what floats and what don't. You feel me? So today, November 14th, 2021, in the middle of Scorpio season, happy birthday, my G.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to me, all day.
Happy birthday.
The topics for today would be Hollywood famous Lee Jung Jae, YouTube dislike, Rust lawsuit, and last but not least, Too Young to Boogie. K-pop idol ages.
Wow.
So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Current. Let's get into it. The first topic of the day, Hollywood famous. All right. 48-year-old actor Lee Jung Jae, star lead of Hwang Dong-hyuk's Squid Game, has been a star since his early 20s when he won Best Newcomer awards at 3 of South Korea's most prestigious award shows. While attending the LACMA Art and Film Gala in Los Angeles on November 10th to promote Squid Game, when he was approached by Extra reporter Katie Krause. She said, "I'm sure you can't leave the house anymore without people recognizing you. What has been the biggest life change for you since the series came out?" He then gracefully answered, "Yeah, you are right. Indeed. The biggest change has to be that I'm so recognized by everybody, everywhere." The actor replied through an interpreter, "That is in the United States at that." Got you. Then went on to explain how this star status has changed in the US. Many thought this question was insensible and disrespectful, as Lee Jung Jae has been a star in South Korea since the 1990s.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You bring some new information to children, they think they discovered it. Gaining recognition overseas after Squid Game. The reporter was criticized with comments saying she would have been aware of this fact if she would have done a little bit of research before the interview.
True.
You know, it's kind of how we all do before interviews, but, you know, except for Extra. Many also brought up the self-centeredness of the question with comments on Twitter like Lee Jung Jae is a top star in Korea. His popularity is not sudden to him. It's such a Hollywood-centered question. And America loves thinking just because they discovered America, Lee Jung Jae, Columbus, it's must be his breakthrough performance. Man's been successful.
Being.
Man.
With the capital N. Put some respect on his name. America is not the standard.
It is not.
Definitely not.
I feel like that was so self-explanatory.
Right, we don't have to talk
about it.
Because, yes, America is not the fucking standard. I am learning. I mean, I already knew, but I knew for, like, not, like, just whatever reasons. Like, just like, oh, people are gross. But, like, now getting to learn other people's cultures and just how much more respectable and just, like, considerate and just common sense other countries have and how they do things. I'm just like, America's gross. I don't know why y'all want to come here. America's nasty.
But it shows, man. The thing I always say at the end of the day, America, to this day, 1776 is when it was established. That's 1876,
Right, it's
1976.
brand fucking new.
230, 40, like, you know what I'm saying, 250, 60 years old. Not even
Right.
300 years old, this country. Not even 300 years old, this country. That is supposed to be the standard of what?
Yeah.
What? Are you serious?
We're new.
This is literally what happens when you walk into a building and you give children, oh, hey, so I know you guys are 12, but hold the house down. We'll be back. What?
Right.
Are you serious? No. When there are 60-year-olds, 100-year-olds, 40-year-olds in the room have been alive for dynasties. But America's this thing. Okay, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely put some respect on his name because he been out here. He been fucking it up.
Just because K-pop,
Just do a little research.
That's it. Like,
that's my thing.
It's your job. It's literally part of the job. Like I don't understand.
you have like could have just Googled.
Are you
it.
new? Did you just get hired?
Right. Google it.
Like, what are your references? Like, what is your experience? Do you at least have 3 to 5 years of like interview experience? Like,
who vouched for you? Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's your assistant?
Who do you know?
Where's your volunteer hours? Where we at? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? You should have
Do you
used
have
that
a degree?
to be in the library.
Like, there's so many questions, and I wouldn't even know who would be more qualified. But like, somebody obviously more than you,
A kid
almost
could do this.
anybody. I think 15-year-olds, like teenagers, would be more qualified. Cause I don't know. I feel like if this is a standard on YouTube, when people do YouTube interviews and stuff, I feel like this should be a standard in like company news things. You know, like I.
No, because it's my new box.
I was like, what happened?
She was so excited.
Okay, for sure.
That was great.
Got you. New setup. Hey, we live. New setup.
Let's go. Yeah, this is dope. Let's go, Jelly. Come on.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
not well thought out. Just because you don't know him here, that doesn't mean he not popping.
Right.
Like, just because you don't
do,
know him,
You're supposed to do research, though. That's what's baffling to me.
it's Google.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You're supposed to do your research before, so that you can know what topics to discuss, so it's not old ass topics, or you like bring up rumors like, hey, I'm hearing there's a rumor that you might perform at so and so, blah blah blah. Can you please confirm or not confirm if that's true? Like,
Right, like a solid question would have been how was like your rise to stardom in Korea different
Then
like, how was your
Comparison,
experience
yeah.
of being famous in America different than being in South Korea?
or even just has Squid Games changed anything from you since you've been doing this for years?
Right.
Like, if there is a difference, like, has
Since
something
it's-
been different?
since
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
national.
Right, but because I never heard of you, you're unheard of. Anyway.
Right, like,
Get the fuck out of
the
here.
fuck? That's a selfish ass, greedy ass standard. Like,
Yeah.
just because I don't know who you are nobody. Like, okay, all right.
That sound like all the award shows.
Looks like Hollywood should burn faster. Just saying.
All right, next topic, guys.
Let's go. Let's go. Yep, that was
big A's. That was
I'm doing the easy read today.
right.
Jeez. Thank you.
YouTube dislike. YouTube has announced that they will be officially removing the dislike count numbers from the public view on their videos.
What? Oh, so we on. I love it. Oh man. Dang.
So you will only be able to see how many people like the video. Having started November 10th, the company says the change is to keep smaller creators from being targeted by dislike attacks or harassment and to promote
Yes.
respectful interactions between viewers and creators. The dislike button will still be there, but it'll be for private feedback rather than public shaming.
Okay.
Did you want to say something right quick?
I went to the end. It's going at the end.
Okay, YouTube stated, at YouTube, we strive to be a place where creators of all sizes and backgrounds can find and share their voice.
Yes.
To ensure that YouTube promotes respectful interactions between viewers and creators, we introduced several features and policies to improve the experience. And earlier this year, we experimented with this dislike button to see whether or not changes could help better protect our creators from harassment and reduce dislike attacks. Dislike attacks, where people work to drive up the numbers of dislike on creators' videos.
Right. So that's what I was getting. May I chime in? Or should I wait?
Go ahead, yeah.
I was going to say that we here at the aquarium has been recently going through the same situation just because people get in their feelings for whatever reason, they have their opinions, and instead of whether it is seeking the information or wanting to be clear about what it is they feel, they'll come with the video and since I didn't like video number 1, videos 5 through 12, I'm just going to hit dislike. I'm just gonna hit dislike. And it's like, that's for what? You know what I'm saying? For what? So, for you guys out there who are watching the current now or who are seeing it afterwards, now that we know this dislike button is basically going away,
watch the whole thing.
Watch the whole video.
Yeah, because y'all see one thing y'all don't like, which it's our opinion, so it shouldn't affect you that way. So y'all see one thing y'all don't like, and they don't even finish the rest, and then what you say in the comments is what we had already said. So it's like
Exactly.
we can tell that you didn't read it. So it's like, okay, bye. But anywho, back to it. As YouTubers ourselves, we have conversations with people who left comments saying they disliked the video, and when asked why, many responses saying that they didn't even watch the video.
Details.
They just saw how many more dislikes it had than likes and contribute to the majority.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Wow, y'all
Think for
just following the
yourself.
Yeah, they don't
herd.
have a mind of their own.
Right. I'm like, that's a herd mentality.
Y'all
That's
probably ran out to
scary.
go get the toilet paper too. Don't play with me.
Right.
Foolish.
Who hurt you?
Right, I'm like, look, you gonna if they going to get slaughtered, you just gonna follow.
No
huh?
foundation.
All right, you gonna
Shiftless.
jump off the bridge with
Your
everybody
friend-
else, huh?
Your friend jump off a bridge, you gonna do it too?
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Even.
If it's logical, it, you know what I'm saying? Foolish.
All right. Even when we went as far as to use the features that allow us to hide both the likes and dislikes, comments showed up accusing us of trying to hide the truth by not letting others view and opinions affected a new viewer, making it clear that they are aware that the video with a lot of dislikes is more likely to keep getting dislikes. Not because of the video, but by numbers alone. Now YouTube will be implementing this feature throughout the platform so that all videos will no longer show the dislike count. Woo! I'm here for it because, you know, cyberbullying is a thing.
And it doesn't matter. My thing is that if you dislike it, okay, you'll never watch it again. Let it be. Let it rock. But people.
So why be petty and come and like want to dislike everything else?
That don't make sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
You can see
Like,
it.
I agree. I agree 100%. And I'll say this, that at the end of the day in life, we can take our time focusing on the things that we aren't, the things that we don't like, the things that we're not into, or we can just, you know what? And move on instead of being like, well, I don't like it. And I'm going to make sure that everyone in my community hates it too. For what?
Right.
Why?
You ain't got nothing.
You're spreading hate. You know what I'm saying? You're changing your algorithm. And I don't mean online, I mean literally, mentally, physically. You're changing your algorithm. When you see something you don't like, it's, you know what, that's not me. You do you, that's not me. What it is, oh, that's what you do? F that, bro, that's dumb. Like, what it, like, that's what your brain does. That's what you're telling your brain to do.
It's like no one can have other opinions. Like,
Right.
it's like if we were, like, you want us to be the same, like, why would you guys want to live in a world where everything is the same? Like, everyone is the same. We move the same way. We do the same things. Everything is the same Monday through Friday, weekends
Looking like
the
Maysville.
same. So I'm like, if we were the same, then it wouldn't be this, because we're all different. We have our own minds, so we think differently and we view things differently. Our upbringing is different. So why would you think that it would be the same? That's why I don't understand. Why would you think I have the same opinion as you? Why you get mad because I don't?
And on top of that, to add to that, a lot of the people will come in because they're fans. We are not fans.
Ooh, say it again.
We are people who are reacting to something that we are not exposed to on the daily because we don't go looking for this stuff. Granted, I will say I've definitely become a fan of Korean music, of all, genres and stuff like that, but because of what we do, I do not go searching for new music. I only add music as I get to react to it on the YouTube channel.
Same.
So
Same.
I cannot say I know everything about Korean, artists and what they do and how they do things and whatnot. I am only reacting based off of what is sitting there in front of me. And sometimes I don't even remember. I mean, I've been pretty good about it, but sometimes I don't always remember some artists that we've previously reacted to. And I'm reacting as if it's the first time I've ever reacted to this person. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, we did see this person before. Okay, and then I'll compare it like, oh, if they've grown, or whichever was the video that they did before, or if there's a storyline, or whatever it is. Like, what y'all don't understand is a lot of YouTubers, which I'm actually going to if y'all look at any of the comments, I'm actually gonna post in the comment section and just give some insight to these people, because I don't hate y'all for commenting such negative things on our pages, because I mean it's still helping people see our shit. So I don't hate y'all for it. My only thing is, as much as you guys don't want to hear hate from us, which none of it's hate, it's criticism. There's a difference. None of it's hate, it's constructive criticism, because I can guarantee you that if you go back into any of our videos, you will not hear, oh, I hate this artist. Oh, why do they exist? None of us have ever said that. Not one of us. So none of it comes from hate. It comes from being an entertainer and using the information that you know personally, because we all have different experiences in the entertainment industry. So it's not, we know everything. It's, this is what I've learned. This is what I was taught. This is what I know based off of my experience. So when you guys come at people who are just doing things based off of their experience or speaking based off of their experience, you can say something like, hey, I know this is what you know, but based off of the information that I know, this is what it really is, or this is how it is, or this is, this is something that you should take into consideration because blah, 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 whatever. Like, y'all are fans. Y'all know the artists. Y'all know the music videos. Y'all know how long they've been in the industry. Y'all know these things. We're just still learning everything. So not to say, like, be lenient with us, but be more, like, not forgiving, but
Understanding.
like, yeah, understanding.
Learn to adapt to an opinion.
No, absolutely. But it's not
And
even
then
just
educate.
adapting.
And then educate people.
Understanding what the opinion is. Because what they're having an issue with is they're thinking that we hate these people.
Okay.
Because
That's what I'm saying.
just
So,
because we dislike something, that
You know
doesn't
what?
mean I
Exactly.
hate it.
You know what?
I don't have to like everything you like.
Exactly.
You like
Absolutely.
it. That's great, but I don't like it. Sorry,
Absolutely.
you can't make
I
me like it.
remember, what's the name? Jessie, when she made
Oh
that
yeah,
song.
that's the biggest thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the biggest
the
issue that they have. Yeah.
Like, I just didn't. I said I didn't like the song. I said nothing about her. And like you,
They was like,
They go off, yeah.
she's this type of person.
they're like, you're just
Wait,
being
wait,
a
wait.
hater. I'm like,
Like,
how am I being a hater because I don't like a song?
I was like, so what this song got to do with her personally? Because
Right.
we're not talking
Because
about
I
her
did,
personally.
because I clearly said like, yo, she's a dope artist. I know she has good sound. It's just the song isn't working.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But then she has other songs that I do like.
Yeah, and
That's
that's the thing. Another thing is when y'all think that constructive. Okay, so there's a difference between when there's constructive criticism on the artist, but also on the team. Because most of the time, there's never constructive criticism on the team, on the artist, except for when it's like, oh, we just wish you had a little bit more feeling in the choreography. That's really it. Or we wish. Actually, no, that's not even the artist. Most of the time, it's the team. Most of the time, it's, oh, I wish they would have blended their voices better together. Or I wish they wouldn't have cut so much. Or I wish they would have allowed them to do the choreography. Or I wish they would have done more with this. It's mostly us criticizing the team. So the thing is, when y'all come at us and be like, y'all don't like these people, y'all always got something bad to say about the artist, we're actually not talking about the artist.
We're talking about her team.
Yeah, most of the time we're talking about the company, the team,
Right.
the people who are
Who
involved.
put the video
It-
together,
yes.
and that was not the artist.
Yes,
It's
and
very
it has
rarely
nothing
the artist.
to do with
The fashion
artist.
designer, the producer.
Exactly, the editor.
Lighting.
The
Yes.
lighting.
Grid.
all
The
of
set
that. All of that.
You know what a gaffer is? Oh, I thought so. Don't play with me.
Most of the time, we are criticizing the team. So when you get upset with us about not being on your artist's dick, it's not because we're not on their dick. It's because we don't like how their team is working. And we see the potential. Because most of the time, we'll end the conversation with, but we see you though. We see that you're like, there's potential. I hope you get bigger. I hope we see more of you. We always end that conversation with, dang man, I hope it gets better. Like, because the potential is always there. We see it. Korean artists are fucking insane. They are incredibly talented.
They
But
work
when
hard.
you don't have the right people in your corner helping you out, it shows. And it hurts you more than it does good for you, because if the goal is about money and clout and all that stuff, then the passion, the real what?
Thanks for the dislike on the video already.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Haters gonna hate.
But
Haters
yeah,
gonna hate.
it
Haters
shows
gonna
in.
dictate.
As people who have seen it from all different positions, like we've been the talent, we've also been the crew. to see that and to be a part of
Excuse
it,
me.
you see the differences. You see when it works and when it doesn't work. So don't get mad at us for having opinions on how the teams are doing things for the artists. Because that's what it really is. We have nothing against even the team. It's just one of those like, dang man, why is your team doing this? They should know better. Or if they don't, they should be working towards knowing better. Like, how can y'all like grow if y'all are doing the same shit if you haven't learned, you know? So it's just, I just don't understand why people aren't allowed to be human. But also, like, when you come and comment on our shit, inform us. Give us information. Make us better reactors. Because we're not gonna...
We ain't faking the phone.
Yeah, we're not
Education
faking
is
it.
elevation.
Exactly.
Woo!
Help us
Tell
be
'em.
better. You can't
We not gonna like,
insult us
yeah.
in the comments and
Tell
expect
them.
change.
We're not gonna be like, we're not gonna hype up every single song we hear.
No.
One thing about all of us in this room,
Yeah.
we are gonna keep it 100%,
Always. Always. And
whether
the
we like it or not.
And the thing is, a lot of the YouTubers y'all like, they already reacted, they already saw the video, they already planned when they were going to react a certain way to certain parts of the video. They already did that shit before they reacted to the video and posted it up. So y'all are just getting acting. That's what y'all getting.
Yeah.
And again,
We don't see or hear any of it.
if I may, just so y'all are clear what she's saying to like spin it again. When someone calls you a derogatory term, doesn't matter what it is, had I been on a text message 300 miles away, it'd be, let me get back to you. And some, you know what I'm saying? Had you been in my face with the you mother, you know what I'm saying? That's a reaction. A response is, I've seen it coming. I've seen it. I thought about it. Oh, I can do this here. I can do this here. You know what I'm saying? So a reaction is, it's here and and a response is you've taken time to deal. You've taken time to, this is how it's going to play out for me. So again, this is what Bella's saying. When it comes to the videos, we don't respond to the videos. You know what I'm saying? We don't wake up and, oh, we're going to do these 3 videos. Let's watch this one. Let's watch this one. We literally, like we're doing now. And that's literally it. At the end of the day, all you can get is raw. And when you're getting rawness, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. Honesty is not for you to feel good and like. At the end of the day, honesty is facts. Honesty is what it is. Whether you like it or not, it's a personal issue. You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's so many reactors I've seen that, like, to anything, as soon as the video starts, like, at not even 1 second,
There's-
oh my god, when the video just starts off.
Like,
You see the thumbnails of them going crazy in the video, and then you watch the whole video, and they do not do that reaction. Clickbait, in a sense.
don't get fooled, y'all.
So,
Don't
I'm
be
telling
naive.
you, so, like, honestly, it's just, people be fake, man, but, like, we
But that's
don't.
what it is. It's content.
We fake.
It's content. Because, okay, so how y'all keep commenting, you know, what you want to see in the videos and stuff, they're giving you what you want to see. They're not challenging you. They're not making you think. They're not helping you grow. They're just giving you what you already feel. So what, like, I guess it gives you a little fuzzy feeling and blah, blah, blah. That's nice and all, but wouldn't you want to, like, expand your knowledge? Like, wouldn't you want to see things differently? Wouldn't you want to be open to a different view? I mean, that's the only way people grow. If you stay the same, then you stay in the same and you're not doing anything different. Like, you're not growing. I do want to reiterate a comment that is being said. I get it. To be honest, this is Music is Life. To be honest, the only thing I dislike in the commentary y'all give is about body image. Sometimes you guys say things that come off a bit rude. Besides that, y'all are good. I still watch y'all. Okay, Music is Life. Can I ask you, can you give us an example of something that you felt came off rude? Just so we can, 1, learn from the experience. 2, figure out how we can say things better. Like, that's how you teach people how to speak. Like, you teach them how to say what they really want to say without it having to come off disrespectful. Help us out with that. If you can give us an example, then we can maybe figure it out or explain what we meant by it, because maybe it just came off different than, or you perceived it differently than how it was supposed to be perceived.
Let's talk about it.
You want to go? Go.
What, Patel?
Mm-hmm.
They.
Duani?
How you say it?
Duanil?
Dwanil.
Duanil Patel.
Twanil Patel. They said, I like some of your videos and I respect your opinions. Not everyone's going to like every song. I think that what some people do not like is y'all sometimes talking over the song about something unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We talked about this too, and so we already implemented something to so we can pause more when we need to say something and try to keep focused. But we have talked about that, and thank you.
Yes, thank you. And this is how we become better YouTubers. You know, we're not trying to stop who we are, but we do want to know how we can be better entertainers because you guys are the audience, and we do have to, you know, think about your suggestions or think about what you guys like to see, want to see, you know, stuff like that. But we are not going to be somebody different. What?
Sorry, Bella, you just brought up a good point. Just so you guys understand what the goal is here. The word entertain means to, all right, so you know the word religion means to bind, yes? The word entertain means to possess. To possess. Hear me. It means to possess an audience. That's what it means. So if you need us to do that, then you have to tell us how to treat y'all on camera. At the end of the day, we're going to give what we're going to give. But if you want us to possess your energy on this camera on a daily, weekly basis, then tell us. Tell us what it is you need, you know what I'm saying? And if to a Scorpio, tell me what you need for me to bring you back here. What do you want to see? Let me know. Oh, because I can fulfill it. We can make that happen. Let me know.
Right.
But if y'all just complain and just I don't like what you did, come through. Like Duanil, like Music is Life, let us know. Let us know what it is that we can do to be better in this particular situation. But I digress because we can take all day on this one.
Music is live. Don't leave. Where you at?
Wait, who? What?
Music is life.
Or is he still?
Are
Is,
they?
are they? Still
Right, are they typing?
You typing? That's a book.
Well, maybe they're trying. We'll come back to this. We can come back to it for like Shark Tank and stuff.
Thank you for that. Well, like,
Yes.
I feel
Yeah,
like-
Appreciate it. Yes, this is what we want.
Thank you
This
for
is
that.
what we need. This is what I was trying to get because I looked at one of our recent videos and there was a lot of insults instead of there being any like actual information where it's like, hey, other than a couple people saying like, actually no, I come from this place and we don't think it's cultural appropriation. This is not like things like that. Like we need that. We need more of that instead of just being like, y'all fucking suck. Like y'all ain't shit. Like I'm subscribing. I mean, you can unsubscribe. Definitely, absolutely.
Please.
That is your choice. But the thing is don't like take accountability for that.
Right.
Don't put it on us because it's not us at this point.
Insults are
Like,
not progressive.
yeah.
Let's be progressive.
Exactly. We want to be progressive. Okay, there you go. There are more. Okay.
More examples, but I have to back and rewatch because I can't remember them all.
Wait, but did you give us one though? Like,
Just
do
one.
you
Just
have
one.
one? Yeah. Do you have one? Like, it doesn't even have to be perfect either. You can make it like, well, I remember you guys mentioned like you didn't like this about this person and like the comment wasn't necessary or whatever. Like you can, yeah, if that helps. I don't know.
Something of that nature.
Right.
Well,
You
I'll
wanna keep
remain for
going?
response.
Yeah, we can keep going too.
Like, put it to the side for the Shark Tank.
Yes.
Ooh, the Shark Tank. All right, so our next subject, the Rust lawsuit. Excuse me.
Oh, good luck.
So, upcoming Western film Rust chief lighting technician Serge Svensnoy,
I
excuse
think
me.
that might be Sergey.
Oh, Sergey?
Svetnoy.
Surge.
Young
Surge
Svetnoy.
has filed the first lawsuit in
Dragon
relation to the events surrounding producer and lead star Alec Baldwin being handed a prop gun on set during rehearsal, being told the weapon was cold, meaning there were no rounds inside of it, and him accidentally shooting it through director of photography Helena Hutchins, excuse me,
You got it.
killing her, and hitting director Joe Souza. The lawsuit is against various companies and individuals involved with the film, including producers, 2 crew members. It accuses Baldwin, assistant director David Halls, who handed Baldwin the gun.
There you go. You got that.
Armorer,
Uh-huh.
Hannah Gutierrez.
You in there, bro.
Dude, there's so much. It's like Hannah Gutierrez, Reed,
One
and
breath at a time.
other
breaths,
defendants
okay.
of negligence that caused him several emotional distress. Severe emotional distress.
I read several too. I'm not gonna lie.
I drank a lot last night. I'm sorry.
Last night.
Boy.
Take breaths in between
30.
words.
Rust was
Not on
the
30.
ninth film that Svetnoy and Hutchins had worked on together,
Old is
He
old.
had
I ain't say
taken
shit.
the job at low pay because she asked him to.
Whoa, run that one back one more time.
Wow, what?
He had taken the job at low pay. Rush was the 9th film that Svetnoy and Hutchins had worked on together. And he had taken the job at low pay because she asked him to.
I said it was low.
It was known before the bullet barely missed the camera B director. But according to the lawsuit, the bullet narrowly missed Svetnoy. But he was close enough for the bullet fragments to hit him in the face.
See, this is what happens when you accept stuff that's
The
beneath
shooting
you.
has prompted many in the industry to reevaluate the use of real guns during film and TV production.
All right. Continuing, new details emerged revealing that though Hannah didn't have much experience in her position, she was not the only armorer on set. 51-year-old gun expert and owner of a weapons and props rental company in Arizona, Seth Kenny, was also present.
Oh, let me just add in that it's not that that's a mistype. He wasn't an armorer.
Oh,
He was just like a guns expert.
Seth Kenny.
So
He was a guns expert on set.
So she was not the only gun expert on set.
Okay.
He not only supplied the guns used in Rust, he is the one that recommended Hannah for the job she got. But it is unclear how large of a role Kenny played as mentor to Hannah, with some crew members saying they never even saw him on set.
Damn.
So there were some that were saying that they had seen him on set, some saying that they hadn't seen him on.
Oh shit!
The fuck was that?
What happened?
It was the mic.
Oh.
Up.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like up.
And a gnat flew in my eye at the same time.
Wait, what? Oh, that
So I was trying to adjust my legs and dang. Was it behind me?
Yes.
Fuck, I'm so sorry. I did not even know. No, seriously, I didn't know it was back here.
Yeah, it's usually pretty clandestine. And then, yeah.
Let me get as close as I can to.
No, and just turn the handle toward you guys' face.
Yeah, back it up and then turn.
Turn it. Well,
No,
toward us.
Twist.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Sorry. I was trying to fix my legs. I did not know this thing was behind me.
And we're back.
I can only imagine how that sounded.
Sorry, you guys. I apologize.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Turn sound lower. According to her attorneys, safety is Hannah's #1 priority on set. Hannah has no idea where the live rounds came from, then goes on to say Hannah was hired for 2 positions on this film, which made it extremely difficult to focus on her job as an armorer. She fought for training, days to maintain weapons, and proper time to prepare for gunfire, but ultimately was overruled by production and her department.
Damn.
And she was head up, by the way.
Wow, you were.
Absolutely not.
That's
Wait.
not okay.
Can you read that again?
For Lopez.
She fought for training?
Yeah.
Okay. She fought for training, days to maintain weapons, and proper time to prepare for gunfire, but ultimately was overruled by production and her department.
But she was over the department. How?
So.
But
These are what her attorneys are saying.
Okay.
but
Alright.
she's okay.
Of course.
But how could you be overruled by the department you're head of when you have the literal job of putting your hands on things?
Like, the only one that makes sense is production. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're saying no.
Yeah.
Not her department. Girl.
Okay, continuing. It's hard to push an image
crack
of
lawyer.
safety importance, then go right into saying she didn't have the ability to focus on her very hazardous, very risky, very in need of someone in focus job of an armorer. They are also staying on the path of the narrative that she is being framed, saying they believe that the scene was tampered with as well before the police arrived, making a statement saying, "We are asking for a full and complete investigation of all of the facts, including the live rounds themselves, how they ended up in the dummies box, and who put them in there." Hannah says she had inspected the gun Baldwin shot, but doesn't know how a live bullet ended up inside. Set up. Santa Fe Area District Attorney Mary Carmack Altwise said investigators know who loaded the gun, and it remains unclear how the deadly round of ammunition got on the movie set. But they have encountered no proof of sabotage, and that it's far-fetched to suggest there was.
It's not far-fetched to suggest that humans human. What?
Right.
The cat.
You know how many wars we fought in humanity? Exactly. And over what? Exactly. This might have been a setup. So don't play with me. Bottom line is though, the filming conditions were still shit. Anyway, changing readers. So, the comments in the investigation goes. 1. Authorities have said that Halls, the assistant director, handed the weapon to Baldwin and announced cold gun, indicating that the weapon was safe to use. 2. Halls said last week that he hoped the tragedy prompted from the film industry. That he hoped tragedy prompted the film industry to reevaluate its values and practices to ensure no one is harmed again, but did not provide details.
Halls is who?
Assistant director?
That's it, yeah.
Who passed the gun.
And the one that passed the
Gave
gun.
him the gun.
Yeah.
But he talking about reevaluate the values and practices, the practices that he didn't do?
Right, and that he's been in multiple types of, not these situations, but types of situations where he's been the AD of other sets, other productions, and things have been fucked up, and there weren't enough safety measures, and he didn't really care about some of the shit. So, I mean, I don't know. It's funny how that works out, how people do that.
Okay, go on. I'm
If
sorry.
I took a shot for all the stupidity, like per
We'll be
current
drunk.
session, we'd be drunk by like the second topic, yo.
I was like,
we gotta
what?
do it like for New Year's one day. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing current for the year. No.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Baldwin said on video on October 30th, a day before Halloween, that the shooting was a very 1 in a trillion event, but the one happened. Saying, we were a very, very well-oiled crew shooting a film together, and then this horrible event happened.
Well, which crew? Because one of them left.
5 of them left.
The union left.
The camera crew left.
Exactly. So I'm like, who was which crew you talking about? Because the other ones left.
And that's
so,
the thing, someone who is
y'all
on
lying.
set all the time. So maybe when you're on set, it looks good.
because they're nice to you.
Yes, you're the producer and the star. Like, of course,
Yeah,
Alright.
because imagine me being on set being like, I'm being honest, bro, this look kind of whack. I'm glad you in it, though. You know, they'd be like, get him off set. Yeah, I'm out of
Right.
here. What?
So they have to show face when you're around.
Right.
But continue.
The director, Souza, told detectives that Baldwin was rehearsing a scene in which he drew a revolver from his holster and pointed it toward the camera, which Hutchins and Souza were behind. Souza said the scene did not call for the use of live rounds, and Hannah said real ammo should never have been present according to the court records.
Right.
Last but not least, Svetnoy's lawyers alleges the scene did not even call for Baldwin to fire the gun at all, only to point it.
Oh.
The shooting has prompted many in the industry to reevaluate the use of real guns during film and TV production, with hundreds of Hollywood cinematographers signing on to an open letter vowing not to work on sets using functional firearms. Pause. Why can't we just do this for pay? Anyway, some armors maintain real guns. Always look better and actors respond more realistically to a real gun. Okay, firing a blank in their hand as opposed to a plastic or weighted rubber gun. I mean, obviously. Some cinematographers say human error can always happen and it's just safer to bring the risk down to zero and get rid of them altogether. Actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson recently vowed that his production company will use rubber guns from now on, saying, we're gonna take care of it in post. We're not going to worry about the dollars. We're not going to worry about what it costs. That's how you make magic.
Right.
A prop master spoke up and said that if productions continue to use some real guns, they might start with writing uniform safety standards. Wow. Into their contracts. Come on. They suggested options such as airsoft, ooh, that kind of hurts too, that provide realistic looking weapons that really don't do anything. You can pull a trigger and a hammer comes back, but there's no firing pin. You don't put blanks in them, you just leave it all to visual effects. He brings up that the custom-made fake firearms and visual effects could be expensive, especially for low-budget productions, but well worth the cost to save lives.
Exactly.
So, first of all, I don't know how the country of capitalism, the US, doesn't see another form of like money and just put that in there. You can save money by having fake guns. You can save lives by having fake guns, and you can make a new business to have fake gun maker. Like, come on, bro. Like, America likes making money. Why don't y'all start Pepsi Cola fake guns? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Well, what? Figure something out. KB Toy fake guns. Hasbro fake guns. And why don't Nerf start putting fake guns in all of our movies, and they're all Nerf guns? Like, we can do this. We could have been did this. Why is it taking people's faces to get blown off for this to happen?
The last time it was her chest. You keep saying her face.
Sorry, she dead. Like, you know what I mean? It's upsetting to me. It's upsetting to me. It really is upsetting.
It's a Brandon Lee situation all over again.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about the crow.
Yeah.
That's how we started this off.
And it hasn't happened on set since then.
Since then, yeah.
So
it's a great thing. So it's very like y'all can make it happen. Just I don't know, like this just seems. It seems too weird to not be a setup.
it's too convenient,
Like,
right?
It's well, I wouldn't necessarily use convenient. Wait, are you talking about for them to call it not a setup?
No.
Be convenient, or what are you saying? Like, what's convenient?
It's this whole the whole thing. This only happened one other time, basically in like notable actor history, so to speak. You know what I'm saying, like in our current history. So it's like for this to just happen now, and now we're low key getting the shifts and changes that we've been asking for like since COVID. It seems like
So like irony, like kind of like
Yeah, just
the
a
timing
little-
is a little too
just a
perfect.
little too
Right.
much, yo. I don't. At the end of the day, like it's hard for. I'm not gonna say it's hard for me to accept that this was an accident, but if 10, 20 years
There
later down the
was an
road,
intention.
they come out and say that, well, you know, we're just gonna say that some moves had to be made in order for, you know what I'm saying, the new era of Hollywood. Like we had to shake some things and push some things. I wouldn't be surprised. And
not
if they
at
bring this up and say,
Yeah.
well, someone put a fake building in there just so we can start the ball
Right.
rolling, I wouldn't be surprised. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. It just seems it for somebody who. My thing is, there's just so many reasons why this shouldn't have happened. Like, if the armorer, you know, like she said that there shouldn't have been a live bullet in there, that she had checked before it was even given to Baldwin. So from the time she checked it to the time it was handed to Baldwin, somebody put a live round in there. That's fucking weird. To know that the AD has had previous issues, safety issues on his previous sets. Why is he still being hired? Like, that's, like, for somebody who's not promoting or, you know, putting the safety measures into the sets that he has and that he's the AD on, that's really irresponsible and a huge lack of professionalism. I don't understand why he's still able to get hired. Y'all need to start blacklisting the right people. Also, like, just, like everything that could have went wrong, but it doesn't go together. Like, it doesn't make sense for all of that to have happened the way it did if people were doing their jobs. And that's the thing. People were just, like, not only not doing their jobs, but really not giving a fuck. And that's what's so crazy to me and doesn't make sense. And that's why I called it, myself, a setup. Because it was just, for people who have been in the industry, that don't make no fucking sense. It doesn't make sense that happened.
And not to throw like Halls under the bus or anything.
Toss that ass.
But again, like before, when the camera crew had all put in like their letters of resignation, it was in his trailer that she was getting yelled at.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like protocol. It's just like let's just meet in the first AD's trailer and talk about it or not. But it was in his trailer that the producers were like screaming at her because the camera crew was like leaving. So
What she got to do with that?
Because
I mean,
it was
she's
her
the
crew.
DP and it's her crew.
It was her crew. That's why they're yelling at her, and that's why she said that she was begging. That's why she was begging her people to stay. She was willing to pay for the rooms or whatever, or
Out of
she
her
was trying to
pocket.
convince them.
yeah,
like,
but
To
I'm
give
like-
up equipment that
Yeah,
she wanted
exactly,
to use for
for
shots.
better
They were like,
rooms.
okay, I want to use a crane, but we won't use a crane. Use that money instead to get them better hotel rooms that they're asking for.
Yeah, but I'm like, it still ain't her fault though.
No, it isn't. But when you bring the thing is when you bring people into it, there's a sense of responsibility.
For
because
sure.
It's vouching
For
for your
sure.
people, you know.
For sure, but
right.
if your people
Yeah.
not getting treated right, all right, I'll see y'all later.
Right. And I
You
was
can
gonna-
leave.
No,
It's the bullshit. I understand.
And that's the thing, and that's why she was trying to look for new people, like people to
Right.
replace, because she knew that they weren't gonna come back. That's
Right.
the thing. It's like she never tried to push them. Like, yeah, she
Exactly.
tried as much as she could,
Right.
but she respected the fact that they made their own decision and was like, no, we ain't fucking with it. And she kept trying for more. It was just all on her. That's the only thing
Right.
that sucks. And it's crazy because the person that it was all on ended up dying. How funny is that?
That
Like, that's
part.
crazy. The one who had all the pressure and shit, like, oh.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, that's
Comment.
where, yeah.
This is Gumby.
That is Gumby.
It's skinny green.
That's green.
Thank you, Kenya James. We appreciate you.
But
Aw, you so young.
Right.
like
Yeah.
there was one other death on set that I've learned about. I forgot his name, but I found it. John Eric Hexum. He died from an unexpected gunshot from a pop gun back in 1984.
Back in 94. Oh,
84.
Wow. 84.
He was like an up and coming actor. He was on a show called Cover Up. And
It sure was.
I think it was like
right.
it was like he had a prop gun he was playing around with. He's like, it's not real.
Oh,
And
so
then
this is what he did. A lot of people are under the misconception that prop guns can't hurt you. He was the guy, because we talked about him too, how he held up a prop gun to his head. And
and he let it go.
And he held it up to his head, and the prop gun went off. And even though it didn't have a round in it, it had paper. It still comes out at the force of a bullet.
The bullet, and it's that close, so it's definitely that's right.
Yeah, we talked about that one.
I think it was like he got it was like internal bleeding in his brain. From the force that it hit his head.
Yeah.
Wow.
See?
Yeah, stop playing around.
Yeah.
Jesus, help
All
him.
right. Well, was it more of the same situation? Okay. It's on me, right? Because you.
It is on you. Yes,
All
it
right.
is.
This is unfortunate. That is just unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right.
Seriously.
Too young to boogie. South Korean talent companies are starting to debut idols at younger ages. Light Sums, Jian, Tribes now y'all. How you say that?
I thought
Meyer. So Light Sums. Say that one more time.
Lightsums, Gian, Tribes, Meyer, Billy Haruna.
All right. Billy's Haruna, all debuted at 15 years old or younger. Oh, okay. Many other members of these are other rookie groups were born in 2005 or 2004, meaning that they likely started their trainee period in their preteen years of earlier. We've talked about how P Nation is now going to debut their first upcoming boy group that includes 12-year-old Kiko.
I remember this.
Yeah. Even some of the contestants on the upcoming competition show, My Teenage Girl, are only 10. Wow. 10 to 12. Sorry. I saw it and I was like, yo.
You're not even a teen.
Only 10 to 12 years old.
Why is it called My Teenage Girl?
You're not even a teenage.
I don't know, Turbo. Sound fishy.
I don't know.
Age
And if
on
you consider them being 10 to 12 years old in Korean age, they're probably younger in international age.
To this day.
Oh,
Korean
shit.
It's
age
shifty
is
as
born.
shit.
When you're born.
Such a movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. So they like 9 to 11. They're 9 to 11. Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
That's crazy.
A BTS fan left a comment on the app Weverse to Jin telling him, excuse me, how she was being auditioned for a lot of different K-pop companies, but hasn't had any luck getting through any of them. She said the companies are telling her that she's trying to get into the industry too late, despite her only... Yeah. Okay, let me finish because I'm like getting too excited. Despite her only being 17 or 18 years old, Jen responded to the post saying, I got in at 20 years old, but I think that kids these days are starting too young. Several years ago, this likely wouldn't have been an issue at all, and there are many very successful K-pop idols still active today that debuted between the ages of 19 and 21. She is like the perfect age to start training. What? Okay, anywho, Jin's comment brought forth an important conversation concerning the young age that idols are debuting at these days, including the struggle the kids have lacking real world experience.
Real talk.
The possibility of exploitation
Real talk.
and not allow them to have a real childhood.
We see Michael Jackson.
Some discuss the difficulty that current idols that debuted at a young age have had, including Chinese Taemin, who debuted at 14, and BTS Jungkook, who debuted at 15, saying, I think we can see how that can shape one's life, as Taemin had a hard time when he enlisted, and JK has reportedly said that he doesn't know how to not be BTS Jungkook. Since their life has been so revolving around performing. I think that it hinders their growth as human beings since they don't know how to be their own self. rather than what industry wants them to be, which is a trend that you can see, that you can also see in child stars.
Facts.
Oof.
Big facts.
Whether for a long time, for them to be in their best years, appealing to younger audiences, or something else, many seem to agree that something should be changed so that young children don't get taken advantage of in their pursuit of their dreams. Leaving comments like younger trainers do not equal better. It opens the doors to more exploitation and abuse because a child isn't going to be able to stand up for themselves. And I also do think that kids under 16 and 18 shouldn't be in training either, seeing how gruesome and unhealthy some companies treat their kids. I mean, dieting, losing weight, skipping meals, excessive
Exertion.
excessive exertion. That's a tongue twister. During your early teens is bound to have derogative mental and physical impact on kids' bodies as well.
As we saw what happened with Jimin, to where he beat himself up on the regular, like mentally, and like it probably in the past like a year or two, just getting to a point to where, you know, it's not the majority of his thoughts.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it when he was doing like Black Swan. Say no, I'm gonna do it again.
Gosh, yeah.
And he just kept doing it again and doing it again. It was like, they was like, you sure? Are you sure? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. And I'm like, you are laying in the floor talking about something, you're gonna do it again. Like, you're tired, babies. Have a seat. It's okay. It was a great shot. No, I didn't feel, I'm gonna do it again. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
That's, in light of that conversation, I was just reading a quote the other day that was, I had to remind myself, rest isn't something that you earn. You don't earn rest. You require it. Literally, when you're asleep for these 8 hours of the day, your body's recycling itself. It's not, you don't have to work hard to rest. No, rest is what you need. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're young and up and coming, you need to eat more. You need to rest more. You need to drink more water. You know what I'm saying? Your bones are literally growing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And for me, my issue with this is the fact that I know adults.
Yeah, I was gonna read what.
Oh, run that. Go ahead.
This Mr. T.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Just different.
Just different. Okay, sorry. Kenya James says some of these young idols get put into groups with adults. Like, these adults are not gonna want to do adult concepts, like sexy concepts. Yes.
So
we were talking about that
with
with
Kiko.
Nation, with Kiko.
Yeah,
It's
that
like, well,
was
what's
like-
gonna happen when there's like a 4 or 5 year age gap and they're all legal and he's only 16, 17 years old?
Right, and then we were I forgot, it was K-pop, old school K-pop, and it was a girl, and they basically hypersexualized her as well, and she was only a teenager. And it was almost like a Aaliyah-esque.
Yeah.
She was a fucking DJ too. Yeah, and she
Y'all were like,
yeah, we was like, wait, what? But she was young, and we was like, so why is she doing this, or why is she doing this song in the first place? So yeah.
my thing is, in the energy of grooming children, like I said, I know adults who are 20, 30 plus years old who get groomed into a life, you know what I'm saying, or get groomed into situations. So my question is, okay, everyone's already thinking of we don't want, some of the K-pop or the girl to be around the adults because they might be like, touched or coerced. But what happens when you groom the kids to groom the kids? That's my thing. That's my concern. I'm a big purveyor of understanding that the children, if no kids were born today, the world we would start killing each other. The world would drastically change. It would not be all happy-go-lucky K-pop and marketing. It would be a survival situation if we had no, you know what I'm saying? So that being said, if kids are the future, if kids are the currency, what happens when you get the kids who are 12 K-pop stars, you know what I'm saying, to get the kids who are 6? You know what I'm saying? You barely know what 1 + 2 is, but you know how to by the moon, and like you know how to dance. You know how to do a fake little grind because you're at 6 years old. You're watching your 12-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And again, if we can make the excuses for 6 and 12-year-olds to do it, knowing America of all people, they can make excuses for 6 and 12-year-olds to be more adult now. Oh, well, I mean, you're 12 and you're a K-pop artist, you kind of got to pay taxes. If you pay taxes, you're an adult. If you're an adult, I can approach you like an adult. Again, this is my fear with America. Not even the rest of the world, just America alone.
Yeah.
Like, America has an issue with pedophilia. America has an issue with putting kids into adult situations.
They don't think it's an issue.
Right, and so if K-pop, it would there. Not coming at K-pop, but if the K-pop, the Korean music structure, whether it be K-pop or it's European music or American music, if we're allowing children into the evils of the music industry, you know what I'm saying? It's bad enough that Travis Scott, you see what I'm saying? But now they're gonna be 6 years old? Like, bro, that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough the kids are going to Astroworld, like, oh, we're gonna go to Astroworld and do things. But now, you're going to see a 9-year-old kid. So guess what the majority of that crowd's gonna be? Children, and not like, oh, I'm 17, like children. Now they're getting used to this concert life. Now they're getting used to what it means to be a groupie. Now, I'm trying to tell you, that when you teach a child a new culture or a new situation, they covet it. So if you're teaching them that, oh, you don't have to go to school, you don't have to be there, you don't have to be there, you can just wake up, learn how to do some dance moves, and now we treat you like whatever your feeble child mind can think that you want to get to. Oh, I want all the roller coasters. Yeah, okay, that's what you think you're getting, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it just bothers me. It bothers me that there are people who are willing to make an excuse for children to do anything other than that. Children.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because K-pop is branching off. Well, they're not branching off. They're going like worldwide, and they're coming to the States. In the States, it's not okay, and we keep trying to tell y'all that because there's a whole movement that's trying to push into the LGBTQ community, saying that adults and children are okay. It's okay. They are really trying to push the narrative that adults that want to be with children, and it's okay, and y'all are like already like branching out or like being worldwide to different countries, and America is one. You guys are coming over here and doing all this stuff, and I'm like, no, like if we catch wind of it, like he was saying, it's just not. It don't feel right. It don't feel right. It don't sit well with my soul. Like, it should not happen. Like, let kids be kids. And the thing is, I already see it happening. Y'all know JoJo Siwa?
Yeah.
She is making a girl group that's like, they are little. So it's
like
already
6 and 7 kind of.
I would say like 10, 12.
Like under teen, like preteens though, preteen.
Yeah, it's GGCY's girl group. I was like, what
I know,
the
what
fuck?
kind of girl group is it supposed to be?
They're gonna be like a singing, dancing girl group.
No,
like,
okay,
What do you mean, like a pop group?
Yeah, so my question was, are you referring to the performers are becoming younger, or are you referring to the pedophilia? That's what I'm trying to like.
The performers are becoming younger, and
Okay.
because we're in the States,
it's scary. No,
it's scary as
the only
fuck.
reason why I would trust her to do it is because she is one of the only like 17, 18-year-olds out there who stays 17, 18.
True.
Like, that's the only. That's why I was like, I don't know. Like, I
no,
wanted to
because
make sure
I'm just
which
saying.
kind
No,
of you were
I'm just
talking
saying
about.
like it's already happened. As in like there are
They're
already
becoming
younger.
Right.
I mean, we already over here. You have young actors and actresses and all that stuff, but they still go to school and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked with them before, but like there are more. We're gonna have a little girl group now in America, and so like.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, the only thing I can hope and wish is that one, these girls actually want to do this, because that's something that a lot of children, they just do things that they're like, because you have momingers and dadingers and you know, stuff like that. So that's one. I hope that this is something that they really do want to do, because some kids do know, like, I want to be a dancer for the rest of my life. Like, some people are passionate. I want to be a singer. Some people are really passionate like that. So yes, be supportive, and I hope that they really want to do that, but I also hope they don't have to grow up fast. I hope they do get the chance to do school stuff, and they do get the chance to be children. And I'm hoping that because it is JoJo Siwa, that because of how she's taken hold of her life and been a kid for as long as she possibly can, and she just, because I'm pretty sure she just turned 18.
Yeah, she's a teenager.
She made a little bit of a change, and she's no longer wearing the bows right now. But that's about it. Like, but she's also a part of the LGBTQ community. She is a lover of passion and of being a kid and like having fun and stuff like that. So I do hope she gets to, since she's in charge, she gets to implement how she grew up and how she took a hold of her life and allows the children that she's going to be bringing into the thing also.
Yeah, I just hope like in this that they will have a balance of work and life, and also have like the like because they already don't do it for the adults. I hope they have like therapists.
Absolutely.
I really hope they have therapists like if they are like going through it. And what I was thinking, I was like, well, if they do this, like have them do like a summer tour, like have them practice at night, like an extracurricular.
They could, but I feel like
Somebody has to do it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. No, I'm done.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. I agree. I think that would be the best way to do it. That was the point I was gonna make too. You can, if you're gonna do this for the kids, like I don't know how everyone's schooling system is, but now that we're all remote now, you know what I'm saying? Make the extracurricular, you know what I'm saying? A K-pop performance, you know what I'm saying? If that's what it is, if you really want these kids to do it, then okay, instead of you going to gym, your training is going to be during your school hours. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you doing X, Y, and Z, instead of you doing behind the wheel this year, you're going to be doing training because we can teach you how to drive. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff. Make it so like the kid still gets to be a kid. So like me, like us, I guess us for example as kids, when we grew up, well, I can't speak for everyone. When we grew up though, it was, now thinking about it, 5 days a week we're at school. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, we might have extracurricular sports. We might have tutoring and studying. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things we do, but at no point do we ever feel like we're not children. Do we feel like, oh, I'm living an adult life and I'm doing adult things and I'm going around the world and we're kids. I gotta go to school.
Yeah. We knew we was kids because we really wanted to grow up.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that like, I feel like don't take that from the kids. At the end of the day, as adults, we understand that you cannot get that childhood back. Once it's gone, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So don't disrespect these kids like that, and don't disrespect the future generations like that. If it start now, where is it gonna end? That's my thing. And I'm not going to be the type to be like, no, wait till the year 3000 and then you have kids. No. If they're children, let them be children.
It's just they don't have that. In Korea, they barely have like the interactions with each other. So it's like, it's already like...
I mean, you still,
there's like certain social skills.
You still got to have a childhood, like regardless.
No, you have to.
Yeah, you
Personal
have.
You
age,
got to.
That's where you learn a lot of things.
Like, you know, it's an experience. It's like they said, like not a lot of stars or famous really start off real young. Like Michael Jackson was pretty much famous by the age of 5. Like he didn't have a childhood.
Not at all.
He did not have a childhood. And then next thing you know, it's all that situations as we go forth in his whole career and his whole life. That's why it's just you can't let. How can I say this? Like with that whole situation with the whole my teenage thing we was talking about, 10 to 12 years old.
Issue.
That's not even a teenager.
A teenager is 13, bro. Why are you having a show with starting at that age, but it's not even a teenager, but the show is called My Teenage Whatever. Like, you have anything else in the world. You have a show that you want to do, but the thing is, you have the audacity. The audacity.
Right.
They're probably already doing it.
That's the scary part. And that's the scary part.
And then it sucks for like the teenagers was like that had to go like wait, and then now it's like for real when I want to do it, it's out. And now
also you're telling people like, hey, I want to do this, but then you're telling them that they're coming in way too late when they're like 17 to like 21.
What do you mean?
Like,
No.
bro.
And I hate to bust your bubble, but I didn't move to LA until I was 4. I didn't start dancing in LA till 26. You know what I'm saying? We're about to be 30 now, and I am nowhere near the end of my career. So, you know what I'm saying? The fact that 21 is too late to start training is a crazy idea to me. It's ridiculously crazy to me. You know what I'm saying?
I started wrestling at like 25.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
And see, and I think that definitely goes more along with like their marketing strategies, because at the end of the day, their goal is to target children.
Of course, just like the entire music industry.
Because children is gonna be like, Mom, I'm a fan of this person. Can you buy me their merch? Buy me this, buy that.
Yeah,
and that's what
their
brings in money for
fandom
the
is way
corporation.
different.
Yeah, their
Their
fandom
fandom is way
different.
different.
Right, remember their fans clipped up the whole Trump rally. You know what I'm saying? Again, like these kids have power. These kids have power, man. Let them be kids. Let them usher themselves into that. Like, please,
Right.
please don't take this away from the children. I digress.
All right.
Okay.
I guess it's time for a Shark Tank.
Can I use the bathroom?
Malik with the subject.
All right, Shark Tank. Water themes. Today, for the Shark Tank, let's go ahead and review what the themes were for today. We have Hollywood famous Lee Jung Jae. We have YouTube dislike. We have Russ lawsuit. And last but not least, Too Young to Boogie, K-pop idol ages. We're now opening up for the Shark Tank, ladies and gentlemen. If there's anything that you guys want to talk about, anything that you want to just throw into the grinder, any questions, comments, or concerns you have, now is the time to talk about it here in the Shark Tank. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what's wavy. Music is life.
I almost forgot to tell y'all, Jessie is
Probably
New
in
York,
New York.
probably in New York. She's in the United States. It is so exciting. She got here this morning and has been hanging out with her older brothers and watching the NFL game.
Who's she a fan of? What NFL team?
Giants. Gotta
Say
be.
that, 'cause not every no.
Everybody not.
Giants.
There's more than one New York team.
Giants.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure it'll probably be the Jets before the Giants.
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 Giants. Play with
Giants.
I can't with y'all.
I don't know about
Say it
that,
with
y'all.
me now.
I haven't heard a lot of Giants.
All right. So did you?
That's why we here.
Music is like. Did you remember like a
An
thing,
example?
An example going back to what you stated?
Not yet.
Sue
Stupid.
from Black Swan was accused of bullying her band member Leia. Trying to learn more on situation, but Fatu came out with a statement already, but deleted it later.
Man, y'all gotta screenshot these things.
Oh, you know somebody already did.
Right, somebody definitely did.
Somebody did.
You know, every time somebody delete it, but I got it.
Right.
Somebody
Too
always
slow.
repost
Gotta be
it.
quicker than that.
Black Swan Fatou.
Black Swan.
Yeah, one.
Who is that?
They're
That
the
group?
ones that we watched the one video. That's gonna take forever. We watched the one video of theirs, like their debut video, and then they said that they disbanded like 9 days later.
Oh, damn.
I
Or they
remember
had
that.
the black what was it, Senegalese?
Senegalese twist?
Yeah.
Or Senegalese girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
From Senegal.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
which was which. Let me see. Let me do my phone. Because
Marijuana. Sure.
No, nothing. Is that all?
Well, yes. If you do remember Music is Life, some examples that you can give us where we said some things about body image that you may have not been okay with. Please let us know. To bring it back to the conversation we were having earlier, let us know so we can continue to grow, continue to educate ourselves, continue to educate other people, but ultimately continue to be edified by our audience, which means we learn from y'all. We learn and we grow from and with y'all.
okay, and Fato is the black one.
Gotcha.
Oh, she was bullying.
Yeah, she was being accused of bullying Leia.
There you go.
When
Was
did
she just keeping it real and they wasn't liking it, or was it actual bullying? I got
Right,
to ask.
That's
more
the question.
information,
You know what I'm saying? I need more info.
Let's go.
one of NCT Lucas coming back for NCT 2021,
Is Lucas the one that they like dropped from everything? Okay.
and then
But he's
found
still
innocent.
under contract, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I thought you were possibly talking about Jesse because they have had hate from it in the past. We definitely have. And it's so interesting because we never talk like we don't like Jesse. I feel like we actually like give more fucks about Jesse because one, she's from New York, first of all.
Yeah.
But I was like, what? But secondly, like, she's dope as fuck.
Yeah,
Like, she really is. But, you know, we just see things differently and, you know, we want her to be happy.
We want her to win.
And we,
Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry, go ahead. I was like reacting to what he said. Sorry. When y'all were reacting to Japanese artist Ella Teresa and y'all were saying things like she got nobody for like 3 minutes.
okay. Yes. I agree.
That's on me.
That is no. I do agree with those things. 'Cause I will say that when y'all have said like certain things about things, I've seen my face like just kind of like just because as somebody who has not had a body for most of my life, it does still suck because I have a body now. I'm very proud of my body now, but it does still hit because I used to be that. So sometimes it does bother me. But I know that y'all, that's the thing, I know them. So I know that's not their intention to make others feel bad. But we do have to watch what we say as far as things goes because it's not, it's just one of those, it's an American thing. Let me just fucking tell you that. It's an American societal thing. Mm-hmm. People talk about the way people look. That is how it is. I am not justifying it because we don't have to be that way. So thank you. Because yes, that is something we should hold ourselves accountable for.
His mother supposedly went to a fan account and said that Fatu was bullying her daughter, but then went and said all the members were bullying her. I find this odd.
Yeah. That's from the other thing. Oh, okay. We can. I thank you for letting us know because especially in our community, we say the first thing we see or whatever we see, we just say it out loud. Sometimes we don't have a filter on it, and sometimes that is not okay. And so I will work on that. Thank you, Music is Life, for letting us know about things that that we need to just think about because that can be kind of rude. Mm-hmm. That can be kind of rude. It can be hurtful for people. So I apologize if I said it. And I know I'd be saying stuff like, oh, she tiny. But I'd be like, oh, she tiny. I want to put it in my pocket. But still, I know some people have like, things about how they look. I feel like everybody have things about how they look. So I'll try to work on that. Thank you.
Right, we all do. It's such a normal thing. It's like, it's hard to, until somebody says something, it's hard to like get out of that and think that it's anything bad because if nobody's saying anything, and that's the thing, like you can say like, oh, y'all are just so judgmental, but I need you to say exactly what has been said so then it can be corrected.
Right.
So when people just comment like, y'all are just so judgmental, y'all just stay looking at the body, y'all just blah 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 this and that. Correct us. You need to come with it, or else it's not going to work, and nothing's going to change. Because if people don't know what they're doing wrong or what isn't being perceived as just like jokes, because like when we all used to say, when I used to say when I was younger, oh, that's so gay. And then somebody corrects it, and I haven't said that shit in so long. Like it's been years
it was like
it was
a thing when we was younger. Man, that's gay. Like we didn't even know what we were saying.
Exactly.
We were children.
Like, even to this day, if you catch someone like in our age range and then someone just randomly screams out "gay," if the room is like in a mature enough stance, everyone will laugh because as children,
even gay people too, they will laugh because they know like that's what we used to say when growing up.
Because even Ken Jung, when his meme, he just goes, ha, gay. Like when you know it, you laugh at it and you understand. But yes, everybody does need to be accountable for the things that they say, and it's also being able to perceive it as well and saying what you mean. And Malik and I had this conversation earlier about saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Like because you can say something and then somebody be like, oh shit, what? Like, oh no, I didn't mean it that way. Okay, well you need to say how and what you mean. Just everybody, like that's a way to help us. We don't know if this is something that is culturally acceptable. How are we gonna know? Like when we've seen a Korean drama, and I reacted because I'm not used to anime. I'm not used to the Korean stuff. I just came into it. And we were watching Itaewon Class, and I found it to be disrespectful just because this is an American thing where the person that was the host of the show was saying about the one who I forget her name, but she revealed that she was trans, or it was revealed before she could reveal it, and then she revealed, and the host was like, it seems like possibly she might not be okay today. And I'm like, boy, you know she's not fucking okay. Like, you know, it seemed rude to me for you to like insinuate when she obviously isn't okay. You know, stuff like that. I found that to be rude. But that's because that's an American thing.
Mm-hmm.
That is culturally a thing that we have become accustomed to. But I got corrected by Jelly and was like, no, that's actually how they like to be very considerate and not assume that they know how you're feeling. So they'll put it in a question or they'll put it in an insinuated statement. Like, it seems like possibly they might be feeling this, you know, kind of thing. So I'm like, this is a culture thing. Help us be better. And, you know, ever since, like, being exposed to the culture, to the Korean culture, I've noticed like they're just so respectful, and I would love to be more respectful and more considerate in that way, where I'm not losing my value and I'm not losing my backbone, but I am more respectful of others and I think about others more, you know, in a way where it helps me move better within society. So, you know, help us.
Zakaya Abiyagon says, for you guys, what age is a good age to debut? Young boy just turned 16 and I got... Ooh,
What?
that's enough. 16.
But
Prior-
he still has some shit.
No, for sure.
But that's a good age to debut.
That's a good age to debut. Prior to 16, no. Because
So-
at least, in my opinion, at least at 16, if you're not within like 2 to 3 years away from your legal adulthood, which means you should be at the point where...
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
In an American sense, I feel like at 16 years old, you're a few years away from like legal adulthood, so to speak. So that being said, I feel like this is just my own gauge. I should be able to leave you at home by yourself. You should be able to fend for yourself for like a week, for like a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to cook for yourself, clean for yourself. If emergencies happen, you need to be able to like fend. Maybe not survive your whole life. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like at 15, at 13, at 11, unless you're often put in those situations, it's kind of like, I don't even know what I'm gonna eat today. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I feel like make 16 to 18. And the reason I say it, because again, underneath that, not that you're not equipped, not that you're not available, but you're still a child. Very much so.
I just really quick, because mine's gonna be super quick. I think that 16 is a good age to be a trainee.
Okay.
I think
gonna
that
ask how-
What did I say?
Yeah,
You said
18
to
is a
debut.
good 18,
What's
19,
the,
20.
oh,
You-
debut was after they're going
Yeah,
through the
I
training.
was-
Yeah, that's what
My
I was
bad,
like. So
my bad.
how long
Like
is no, you're
debut
That's
fine.
what I mean. No.
That's not even like on you think, because that was a good question, because I think 16 is a good age to debut, but because they have this training process,
Yes.
and you can be a trainee for
For
years.
Yeah,
Fucking
15 years.
Yeah.
Right, so
That's all I was gonna ask. My
Okay,
question
cool.
was like, how long is training?
Training.
Right, and
Yeah,
all
however
that,
they
all
feel,
that depends.
so-
They can be trainees as early, because again, JK started as a trainee when
Like
he was
12,
like,
right?
yeah,
11,
like 12 years old. He was still in, like, he was still in middle school when he became a trainee. And the reason, and me and Kenya were talking, me and just different were talking about it above earlier, being a trainee is just as bad, if not worse, than debuting as an idol, because you're practicing, you have to maintain like a particular weight, so people end up starving themselves. Jimin talked about how he would only eat a full meal once a week while he was a trainee. Then you have the stress of, am I going to get picked for this group that they're putting together? And then if you just so happen to get picked, you have the stress of getting cut. They would call Jimin said that they would call him up to the CEO's office once a week and say, you almost got cut this week. Up until the week before they debuted, you almost got cut this week.
Wow.
It's a lot of pressure
That
for a child.
sucks.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of fucking
Yeah.
pressure.
See, that's what I'm like. That's why I was like, how long is trainee? But you can't even put a time on it.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
that
there is
fucking
one.
sucks.
Mhm.
So I would say like start training around 16, and then however long
It takes.
it takes. I would say 16, but at the same time I might bump it up because mental health things that y'all don't do. I would like, that's at least 18 and up.
Right.
But
Yeah.
because y'all don't really do the therapy or y'all don't really care about their mental health. So I would say 18 to where like, you know, they done been through some stuff like during school and know how to deal with other people kind of, you know. So
Like,
yeah.
I would say, honestly, if I were to be, like, my ideal situation, I would say if people wanted to get into the trainee program, then as soon as they graduated high school, they would do their 2 years of military service, and then they would go into the training program. I would say wait until after they've already done their military training. So one, they don't feel like they have to do this, and this, because, I only have until I'm 30 to get this done.
Right.
But it would come with changing who their core audience for this is, which means they would stop having to market impressionable children and getting them obsessed with these people so they can be obsessed with them for 20, 30 years out of their life.
That's fucked up.
That is how you.
So it would be changing
possess.
the industry altogether. That would be my ideal situation. So it'd be like, I want to be a trainee. So as soon as I finish high school, I'm gonna go. If you're a male, I'm gonna go and get my military service training to get that out the way, so I can spend the rest of my 20s doing this.
Yeah.
Which is ideal.
Yeah.
I forgot about the military thing too.
Right.
Shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I pop off around 15, 16? Yeah.
Yeah, and she went through it. She went through it.
And she had her family around her. You know what I mean?
Right.
She wasn't just regular one of a million trainee. She had her bro does her music.
I mean, just think, last year she had almost a mental breakdown because people saw her in a shirt for the first time and not in an oversized coat, and they're sitting there, they started just like
Judging her body.
sexualizing her body, like, all this other stuff, and then she went through a whole thing from that, and she was an adult by then.
Yeah.
Our mental health is very fragile. Very, very fragile.
Matthew was trying to say he went to Korea at 21 and say he started late in the game for the training process. Dang. That's not, I don't
He
feel
did,
like
but he
that's
still
late.
debuted, and he still do. So this is what I don't understand. Is like, you're sitting there telling people, you're 16, 17 years old, you missed that train. But there are literally hundreds, I don't know how many, but a lot of K-pop idols that didn't get their start. There are a lot of K-pop idols that didn't even get their start in Korea. They went over to Korea later in life, already adults in their 20s, and then became idols.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you just put your foot out there, put the work in, you'll be good. It doesn't matter.
Kenya James
Even
said,
as a
It's
child.
never too late. Say it's never too late. Say it's never too late.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Never too
you
late.
talking about kids or like as
Just in
they get?
general.
Oh, when they
Because
get.
we talking
older.
about like young age, and then they talking about starting late in the game at 21. It's
Oh,
never
okay.
too late.
It's never
It's
too
never
late.
too
Yeah,
late.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm like kids. No, bro.
No. I mean, it's never too late. I'm
Ne-
sorry.
Oh no, you know you good. You good.
Kenya James says, but I think any artist, not just in Korea, collects debt. I don't know. You're absolutely correct. When new
What?
artists, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're
that's
a
how
trainee,
TSC got broke.
They put
went
you
bankrupt.
up in housing. They pay for your food.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
those dance classes, those singing lessons.
The
That
company
debt
pays
you
for
are
it,
racking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Now
you
Hyde
gotta-
doesn't charge trainee fees. That thing that we know, but other places there are still
Yeah.
companies that
I
do
did
that
not
to
know
where it's just say,
that.
Yeah.
come be our trainee, but this dorm that we're gonna put you in, this food that you're gonna be eating, these training lessons that you're gonna be getting, these dance lessons, these singing lessons that you're gonna be getting, you're gonna have to pay us back for that. So
Damn.
they're literally going into it debt forward.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's why they call them
yeah,
slave contracts.
Yeah, they gotta.
But honestly, it's in America too. Not in
Sure.
everything, but it is because that's how TLC went bankrupt
Yeah.
because everything that they had made.
ahead.
Everything that they had made. This is hilarious. Everything that they had made went straight to the company, but they had said, no, you gotta pay for stuff. Like, y'all don't have money. Like, we don't have money. Yeah, I had to pay for the studio sessions, for the marketing, for this, for that, for the clothes, for everything. Like, but they didn't make enough to cover the cost and pay themselves. So it's a thing in everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't say absolutely everywhere, but it's a thing, like, in everywhere. So,
And so they're saying, they'll even do things as far as like dental surgery and plastic surgery. They'll be like, your teeth are messed up. We're going to fix that.
Jesus.
Oh, we want to fix your nose. We want to give you double eyelid surgery. We want to do this. And they'll say that you need it in order to debut and then make you pay for it later.
Oh, fuck.
That's why you should always have a lawyer to read your contracts or get signed anywhere. That's crazy though.
They just see that as a way out. Just
especially knowing that these kids are kids when they join in, so it's not like the parents are gonna have lawyers.
It's like it's kids.
Get out too.
Exactly.
It's like yo, they selling them the dream.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's
absolutely, and
which is the real fucked up part. Like, yo, you finna be like BTS, probably even bigger. All you gotta do is sign your name here, and we got you.
They can't.
And they just give it to the parents, and then they say.
I will say BTS had no training fees because Big Hit said that they don't charge.
Yeah, Big Hit definitely not, no.
Okay. Wow.
Big Hit Entertainment.
Is that it, guys?
I think so.
I think so.
What do you mean there's still we still got 30 more minutes? It's 30. Well, I mean, I guess since we started later, we haven't got it.
I'm like, well,
And
you would have to give us something to talk about. Yeah, I'm like,
they got comments here. I guess it's just more about the.
The same. That's all I said.
if y'all have anything else we can talk about so we can continue this, absolutely.
You have
bring
to
it
do
forth.
I did see a comment talking about they said Jesse.
What about Jesse?
They're saying we got a lot of hate. We got a lot of.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, with the Jesse thing, I think they were talking about the body part, not because we were.
Oh.
I think when you were talking about just overall, but I think when he was talking about
Jesse, about her music and everything.
Yeah. No, not about her music, about her body.
Oh nah, I thought they said something because I thought it was about her music because I remember I said something about a song she did and I got a lot of backlash for it.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about Kenya had put After Music Is Life was talking about the body and then she put her comment about she was like I think she
got it.
She was like what I remember y'all talking about Jesse. I think he probably talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
we talked about that.
Yeah, but I think she was talking about when we were talking about her body. But when we were talking about her body, we were saying Korea made her change her body when she was already pretty. Yeah. And people got real mad at us because we was like, why she do that to her body when she was already pretty?
Okay, I got mixed up. I apologize.
And that's the thing. What y'all have to, or what I would hope and pray that you guys understand, is there's a difference between someone who wants to do plastic surgery and it's their choice and they want to better themselves and that's how they feel they can do that. I will not knock you for that. That is not a bad thing. You're doing what you want to do for yourself and to make you happy and feel better in your life. That is important. Your happiness is important. But when a whole country and culture tell you that you're not Korean enough or that you don't look beautiful enough to be an artist or an idol in that genre or, whatever, and you feel the need to have to change what you look like in order to be accepted, in order to be praised, that is when it becomes a problem, oh my gosh, that is so random.
Because she asked if she would say Thanksgiving, and I mimic,
I was like, that is so random.
The Pilgrims and the Indians came together to go and feast on a Thanksgiving dinner.
I appreciate that very much. But yeah,
that's not the truth.
Historically inaccurate. No, I'm kidding.
Right, go ahead.
No, but yes, that is the.
Thank you, Kenya.
There's a difference between somebody who wants to do it versus somebody who's not per se forced to do it, but when her career is on the line, so she has to look a certain way in order to grab audience's attention, in order to be big enough, in order to be looked at as enough. That's what we are saying. We are not saying oh, you're already pretty, why did you do that? It doesn't matter if you wanted to get plastic surgery or not. We're not saying that if she wants to get plastic surgery, amazing, that's on her. I hope she's happy. But what we are being told is that she did it because she needed to in order to be enough for Korea. That's what we are told, yeah.
Yeah, and she's still not enough for Korea because she's like, oh yeah, because she's this way, put her in rap, even though she wanted to sing.
Right. That's why I'm like, it's still
fucked up.
No matter what she does, it seems like she's not enough, and we sympathize with that, and that's why we say, "Dang, man, why did you have to do that when you were already good enough?" Like, granted, like Korea did what they did, whatever. How do you think Korea is going to react when BTS has to go to the military?
Oof.
I don't know.
They're gonna shut down.
Right. Right.
Ugh.
It depends how they're gonna do it. If they're gonna do it all together, if they're gonna cascade it. Either way, they're gonna shut down.
I'm like,
But no, that's
a
exactly
good
the same thing
question.
that happened with Park Bom, the girl from To Anyone, when you were like, oh, I wonder what they look like now, because CL was in it, and y'all were like, oh, well, which one is this? Because she had a bunch of plastic surgery, and because of the health issues that she had bad reactions to the plastic surgery. And then y'all were just like, oh man, why did she do that? Why did she get plastic surgery? It's because she was pressured by JYP
exactly.
to get the plastic surgery.
She wasn't.
But y'all were
That's what
also getting hate for mentioning it at all.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like
We see what we see.
Yeah, and why are you not having that conversation?
That's the point. I'm like, that's what I said.
Why is the conversation so bad? Like, it's important to have the conversation. K. Michelle, somebody who is American, she had butt implants, all right? Yes,
sick.
that's sick as fuck. This girl is fucking gorgeous. Why did you need to do that? Because America, okay, this goes also back to the comments that you guys don't like us to make. America, this is what the fuck they do. It's really fucking confusing because it's like either you're praised for looking like a model or you're praised for being thick in all the right places. And then the people who are in the middle get bullshit. Or the ends do get bullshit too. But it's from like random ass people or whatever. Because I, being somebody who was really fucking skinny my whole life, I got shit for it. But then other people would be like, oh my god, you look like such a model. How do you do this? What do you eat? I eat fucking everything that is in my face. Like, it don't fucking matter.
Still can't get
I'm like, it's something I can't fucking help. I wish I could, but what the fuck ever, you know? But it's like, in America, being thick right now is the thing.
Having an ass
is the thing.
Because you ain't even gotta have titties. Because a small waist and ass, that's all you need.
Right.
You don't even gotta fit your thighs.
Right.
Everybody is getting
BBLs, yeah.
And when I tell you people are dying
exactly.
just to get these because they don't even, the surgery, like the surgeon said, he was like, yeah, we don't know if we gonna nick anything. We can't see anything. But people are, it's like so many people are getting this. To where it's a driver that will pick you up from wherever you got your surgery and take you home.
Yeah.
Is that many people doing it?
There's so much of it.
It's a niche for a driver.
It's not just Korea, you know, where it's an everywhere thing. Every place has what they deem beautiful. All right. So what we're saying is it's unfortunate, and we feel bad that people really feel the need to have to do different things to their body because of something that isn't like your whole life. Like, Korea is not your whole life. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a country. It's, you know, your career shouldn't be based off of if your tits are big enough, or if your ass is big enough, if you're thick enough, if you're skinny enough, if your nose is not crooked enough, or isn't straight enough. Like, it shouldn't be about, it's supposed to be about talent. We're entertainers. It's supposed to be about talent. So why is it that there's a standard for what you should look like as an entertainer? Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Because it's just so interesting to me. Because for me, I'd like to think of Aaliyah. Because that was the girl that made me feel beautiful. Because she didn't have curves in the way that people now love curves. But it's so funny because I'll hear and I'll see guys that are just like, oh, Aaliyah was it. Aaliyah was perfect. And I'm like, but I don't have ass enough for you, though. I don't have tits enough for you, though. But you want to say Aaliyah's perfect. What was perfect about her then? I don't understand. Like,
yeah, cause that's why I miss the 90s, because you had a variety.
Yes, and everybody was beautiful.
Right, a variety of all ranges, all sizes. colors like that we saw growing up. It's like I have somebody to look at, and so it's like now it's like everybody look the same. Everybody want to look like
Kardashian.
That.
Everybody want to look like that, and that I'm sorry.
And then her shit is no.
She's still getting surgeries
but
too.
Also,
and they trying to look like light-skinned black girls. So quit playing with me.
Yes.
Like I don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. So. No, seriously. I think the big thing to consider is, again, this is a lot of people don't want the truth. They don't do the work, so they don't know. Just like the purpose of religion is to bind, the purpose of entertainment, the little etymology of the word entertainment means to possess one's attention, to possess something, not to have it, to possess your attention. So if I put this square black box in your household, and on that square black box, I get this Persian lady to marry this black man, and while they're together, all of his influence gets on her, and now y'all all want to look like her, possessed. A whole generation now, enthralled with looking like this woman who wants to look like this woman. At the end of the day, as long as they have you here, that's what matters. What do we need TV for? What do we need all of this for? You know what I'm saying? Entertainment at the end of the day. Again, entertainment industry. It's here to distract and possess you at the end of the day. So that's the thing. If we're walking into situations where you're readily accepting the standards of entertainment, you're not understanding what's happening here. If we're making a standard of what you have to be to possess someone else's energy, you see what I'm saying? That doesn't compute towards health. That doesn't compute towards anything positive. At the end of the day, we ask these questions because they're not going to put it in front of you to ask. Because they want you here. They didn't want you here. They want you here. And that's the issue. That's the issue that we deal with at all times. So now, just like whether it's the lady and the black guy, now it's the kids. You know what I'm saying? And since the kids are the next generation for the future, as long as we possess them, then we've possessed the next generation's ideas, habits, views, whatever. Again, as kids, we're thinking, what? Virtual reality, one day we're gonna be able, these kids grow up with the metaverse. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
You see what I'm saying? They don't grow up with thinking like, oh, one day we're gonna be able to like be inside a game and like run around endlessly. We have open world games on my phone now. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, last generation's dreams are this generation's things.
Yeah.
So what happens now when we're not thinking about health? We're not thinking about longevity. We're just thinking about the Brazilian butt lift. This generation, what do you think next generation is gonna be on? If we're getting butt lifts now, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be scales then. You know what I'm saying? It's changing. And they don't ask you, they have you doing this instead of asking the questions. That's why we're here. That's why this is happening now. Ask yourself every time, at all times. If it's a standard, if it's standardized, who's it standardized for? More questions to ask, but you're not doing that because you're just, I want that shoe. Ooh, I need that Balenciaga. That's where you're at.
I do want to go back to you said, what was her name again? Park Bom?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to that as somebody who made the comment that I made. I would like to talk about how I did not say what I said to remind her of her condition and make her feel insecure about it, or point out something that she has an insecurity about. I know what that feels like, because I struggle with acne, and for me that's always been a huge insecurity. And when people talk about how somebody else is suffering from acne, or they're like, oh, you don't wash your face, oh, that's gross, like, oh, you don't do enough, I have to, I ask myself those questions, like, am I causing this? Like, am I not doing enough? Am I not? I've struggled with it since I was a teenager, 12 years old. Literally, a couple years ago was the first time I ever spent a day without makeup on in 15 years. Because it was so bad. My insecurity was really bad. So, I don't know why I'm about to cry. What? So that was not my intention. Because I know that was a thing that was talked about. Like, oh, why would you bring up something that, you know, she's already insecure about and she's bothered by? Aw.
We didn't know.
I would never do that intentionally. I just know what that feels like to have to live in a body or in like something that you don't want, that you wish you didn't have and you didn't have to deal with. So I am sorry for, I guess, how I said it or whatever it may have been, but my intention was to say that she was beautiful before. And she didn't have to do something that she didn't want to, because look what it did to her. That was very unfair for her. She didn't have to do that because she was fine. She was fine the way she is. And that's what it was. It, wasn't my intention to hurt her, but to let her know, like, even if it's too late because she already did the plastic surgery, just know that who you were and what you looked like was already enough. And to stay with that, because I understand how hard that can be, especially in the entertainment industry. Especially like as a model, like it sucks to be told your skin isn't clear enough. Like I have to not submit to certain castings because I don't want to like show up and then be like, oh, you lied and you like, why did you submit to us? Your skin is not clear enough for us. Stuff like that. So it's like, I know how the industry can influence you and make you have to or feel the pressure to change what you already have and stuff like that. So it's, it wasn't my intention. So I want you guys to know that, like, no, I'm a supporter. Like, they was dope. What is that, FX or you said CL or what? To anyone. Like that music video was dope. And then we went to go see, what they looked like, and it was a shock. Like, oh snap, what happened? Like, and it wasn't what happened. Like, what the fuck is wrong? It was just like she doesn't look like what she looked like before. What why? What was the reasons for this? And then to hear that it affected her because of the plastic surgery. Like, if she didn't have the plastic surgery, she would be fine. And whatever insecurities she had before, if she felt like she wasn't beautiful enough and she had to listen to what Korea or the company said or whatever, she would have dealt with that eventually. Like I have. I'm able to walk around my house now and not wear makeup. Like, I feel powerful doing that. So she would have eventually got there.
Right.
Beautiful.
And that's what I was saying with Jessie too. I'm like, she didn't have to do that. She was already beautiful. Like, they really, y'all have to talk about these things. I know y'all don't like to talk about mental health stuff, but y'all got to talk about these things about, like, augmentating your body just to please other people is not okay. Or just to think, like, this is what you need. You don't need it. You don't need it. You can work and do things for you to be healthy. Yes, be healthy, but it's like, oh well, I don't look this way, so I gotta get my face done. I gotta get my butt done. I'm gotta be in this injury, so this is what they do. No, you don't. No, you don't. So stop it. It's just like, no. It like the K Michelle thing. Like, she was sick. She had to walk around with like a thing in her arm and everything. And she had to tell people, she was like, it's not for, don't do it. It's not safe. Like, all this shit y'all trying to do this shit is not safe. Just be who you are and love your body. Like, please.
Y'all are putting yourselves at risk to please others. Not even to please yourself.
Not even to please them. That's crazy.
Like,
that's the part I'm on. Like, you doing it for everybody else, not for yourself.
Not even for you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when people do plastic surgery and it's for them, I'm like, get it.
Right.
Get it. Because I hope you are happy at the end of the day. I hope that it brings you what you were looking for. I hope that for you. But when it's against what you want, and you don't feel that you need it, but you feel like you need it because of your career, that's not it. That is not it. That you're gonna be resentful and regretful the rest of your life. The rest of your life, especially with the upkeep, because that's once you do plastic surgery, you have to upkeep.
Yeah.
And
it's worse than working out.
It gets expensive. Like, it really does. Like,
Ain't no
you
need.
don't have to do that to yourself.
Ain't no need to change what God put his paintbrush on.
Exactly.
J. Cole. Just remember, like, you're like nobody's gonna be like you. You are unique in your own way, and that's what makes you special. Like if you like Bella said, if you want to do that, it makes you feel better. Go ahead, do you, do you.
And nobody's gonna knock that.
But are you at the end of the day, are you doing it for other people or are you doing it for yourself? Tis the question of the night, of your life. Whatever decision you make is like, am I doing this for myself or am I doing this to please others? You see it all the time on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You know, the masses. People want that viral picture. People want that viral tweet. People want that viral post. You know, is it like, did you put it out because this is for you, this is how you feel, or you're just doing this just because you want the likes and attention? It's like, who are you? Like, go to a mirror and ask yourself that question. Who are you? I had to do that a couple of times. When I tell you, like, you go to a mirror and say, I did that. I went to a mirror, I said, who are you? 10 seconds later, I was in tears.
Or just say, I love you and put your name at the end.
Yep. That'll do a whole lot.
Yeah,
Be like,
it's just-
I love you and insert your name.
It's just like, you gotta know yourself, you know, because the thing is, I didn't, like, with this one interview, I said, you are your main part, you are your best investment. You can invest in crypto, you can invest in stocks, you can invest in trading, but at the end of the, because when you do that, you invest in those stuff, when you put money in that, over time, what happens? Your money piles up.
Crypto piles up.
So why are you not investing in yourself? Because if you invest in yourself, guess what? You'll come out better.
My thing is that, hey, the block was here before you was alive. It'll be here after you die. Don't invest in a block. Don't invest in a blockchain. Don't invest in the crypto. I'm not saying don't invest in it, but I'm saying, like, if, again, to piggyback, where Friday is saying, you have your entire life to invest in your life. Invest in you. And those who bring you the energy that you deserve. And invest. Because at the end of the day, if you're not putting your energy into you, you're putting it into who?
Because you have one life to live.
Yep.
You have one life to live, you know.
That's the deal.
That's also like,
According to certain reincarnation.
it's like
I'm done.
it's like with
That's a
what you
whole
call it?
nother conversation.
Yeah.
According to the
You know,
according to the
you gotta
spirit.
realize, because you know, when it's our time to go, it's our time to go. But regardless of that, it's like, that's how you know. Like, without it, you really don't know. You won't realize. That's when you realize how precious time is and how precious you are. Without that, you wouldn't realize. That's something you have to realize. So you really gotta just take heed to yourself. Take yourself out on a date. I did it. It's great.
It is.
It's
so
fun.
great.
Like, go out with the people you care about. Me and Bella, we go on friend dates all the time.
Well, not anymore because you moved. But
I know, but we're gonna do it before I leave. So, but like, you know, just have those conversations with yourself, ask yourself that question, and really take care of yourself. Drink water, go out, all that stuff. The basics.
I love you, Kenya.
Yeah, I can't come on. But like, that's the main thing about it. That's what really can help your mental, your physical, and also just your growth in general. Because like the growth I've had over these past couple of years, and now I'm making it to the age of 30, is like a beautiful thing. And I'm thankful to God for that. I mean, I'm happy. Like, I'm not the same person I was back 3 years ago. And it's crazy.
Like I said, it takes time and you can get there.
Yeah.
You can get there. And that's what we just want, hope and pray for these other idols who, you know, are being pushed and pulled by the company.
That's the one.
Like, that's exactly what, you know, we're hoping for. And, okay, so Michaela. Nowadays, people
I like how
idolize
that's
so many
spelled.
famous people that they put themselves aside. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
even, I like to add to that is, like, a lot of the times people idolize their favorites being successful, that they put their faves' own well-being aside.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You know,
It's the
so like
success
saying,
that gets
Jessie
them.
can do whatever she wants, but you want her to be safe. You want her to be happy in the body that
Yes.
she has.
Yes, and that's the thing.
Or you should.
As entertainers, we think about that because we deal with our own bullshit, being on set, being pushed and tossed around, not being enough, or just we're gonna put you on the sidelines because what the fuck ever, or like having to hear no all the time because you're gonna hear a lot of no's before you hear a yes. Like we go through that, and that's why we have the conversations that we have when we do see the things that we see, because we live it. It's not because we know better, it's because we live it.
And we can understand what they're going through.
Exactly, and we just want that for them because we would want somebody to want that for us.
And it's a terrible culture, not meaning culture like Korean culture, but like just like a work culture, like a societal culture that in being an idol that you literally have to sacrifice. You have to bend yourself over backwards in order to adhere to achieve your dream. Something as simple as achieving your dream, you literally have to like bend over backwards. You have to at sometimes change everything about yourself, and because they're just like, oh well, everybody does it, it's normal, that it's something that's okay, to where even when they're questioned on it, we get that we get the venom just for questioning why is this a thing.
Right. Just like recently I keep seeing why is not sleeping glorified? Like, oh, I work so hard I don't sleep.
That's
like,
crazy.
It's so awesome.
You can kill yourself.
I get so much done, blah, 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 all this stuff. Like, it's literally glorified to not sleep. Like, people brag about it. Like, I mean, yeah, see, Jelly wants to sleep. But the thing is, it's like, why is it glorified, though? Why is it not like, oh, dang, man, like, you only got 4 hours of sleep? Like, you should probably take a nap. Like, you should get some rest. You need, you need that. We've talked about it before. Malik definitely reiterates that shit all the time. Your body needs the rest. Your body regenerates, during sleep. Like, it just, re-energizes itself and stuff like that. You need the sleep. There's nothing cool about not sleeping.
You can't catch up on sleep either. I caught up on sleep. You can't catch up on sleep. No, you lost them hours.
Right, your body's a cycle.
Yeah.
And as someone who can relate, because I used to wear it as a badge of honor, especially working in crew. And working in crew, or
being
just
a creative.
Just in
exactly. Being a creative.
At all. Like, just being a creative in general, it would be like, oh yeah, I stayed up for this amount of days working and da-da-da-da-da. Yay me, I have earned, this piece of candy or some random thing that you should be able to just get, but you feel like, not unless I do these things that can break my mind and my spirit. Like, do I deserve it? But yeah, I used to, like, one of the things I used to, I was on set for 24 hours. Beat that, And it's just like, that's not okay. That's insane.
EOM 95.
Don't be petty.
Retract it.
No.
They deleted it.
EOM 95.
We saw it already.
Yeah.
We saw it.
On behalf of the group, The Aquarium, I, Gumby, take the mantle of apologizing sincerely.
Oh no. Okay.
For
We're not going
17's.
to
No.
I don't want to apologize until they give us information. That's the thing.
They will. And if not, I'm just giving them what they want so they can see how it feels.
Okay.
I'm so sorry
What?
for speaking loudly and talking through 17's Rock With You video.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, you're allowed to be fashionably late.
It was under my intention, because I'm pretty sure I was the one doing it. I'm pretty sure it was me, you know what I'm saying? To speak and be myself. But I apologize for disrespecting you as the audience member and viewer of our videos on the regular. I'm so sorry. If it happens again, I expect you to come right here and let me know again.
Don't retract it.
Now that you said your message, you took it back. But now that you said your message, do you feel any better? You've come, you've asked for the apology, and you've gotten the apology. Now where do you go from here? It's my question. While you're figuring that out. Thank you guys for coming through. It's been a really awesome day here at the Current. Come by next week. Don't forget, it is Friday's birthday weekend. It is our birthday season. We are a month away from 2022. So, you know, let's act like it's 2019 again. Yeah. No, that's gonna suck. Anyway, y'all be easy.
I actually really would like to see it. It's just like now that you came here, you took the time to type out a message to demand an apology, and now you have your apology. Do you feel better? Do you feel like you know?
Did they leave?
They probably left.
I would like to know.
They ain't gonna respond.
I really wish they would. I honestly don't know.
That's the
like
thing.
people say all the time, you need to apologize for this, you need to apologize for this. Now that we've taken time and space out of our lives and our day to adhere to what it is that you're asking and demanding of us, now that we've done that, do you feel satisfied?
You guys paused the videos when you started talking in the last live, right?
Yes.
Because we had the conversation about how we understand that talking over the music videos is making it hard to, one, appreciate, because it's distraction. Talking is distraction. So talking and having the pause happen and getting it all out and then going back, we can make it happen.
And me, as the person who's in charge of the video and the playback, told everybody, and I said, I will do my due diligence to be more mindful of that. Because I myself get distracted behind the thing because I don't pre-watch these videos most of the time either. So I'm listening to it for the first time as well. But I need to not sit and enjoy the time. I need to remember that I'm there, you know, controlling everything. And that I can't just sit back and watch them enjoy the song.
I think they left.
And
There we go.
And then so I'm doing what I need to do to pause more so they can get their thoughts out without disrupting
Here we go.
watching the video.
Yes, this is the conversations we need to happen.
So if I remember correctly, the Hakuna Matata thing was the one video where they said it Hakuna Matata within the lyrics. To make it clear for Lel, Joplix, and anyone else out there in the streets, when we said Hakuna Matata was cultural appropriation, it was a joke. At the end of the day, the word Hakuna Matata, I personally can't even vouch for the word, what language it is. But since The Lion King was,
I think it's Swahili.
It's Swahili?
Yeah, I think it's
I wasn't talking about.
I said I think.
I don't know. I don't know for sure.
For me, I wasn't talking about the Hakuna Matata. I was talking about like the song and the dances in general.
But I think when Hakuna Matata, I was trying to watch it earlier.
The video?
Yeah, I was trying to watch the video earlier to see where anybody said Hakuna Matata was cultural appropriation.
Did I say it?
I don't know, but I know you stopped it or you reacted to it when Hakuna Matata came up. I don't know. If you can
Yeah, but when I heard it, I was thrown off by it. Not culture appropriation.
Oh, it wasn't.
And
My bad.
when I went back and talked about it at the end, I was like, because of the dances and they're not doing the dances in the right way, you can't feel it and all the emotions and stuff. I don't know. I gotta go back and say.
Wait, was that
also dance hall? Like, it had a dance hall-y vibe, but the thing is, there were people that were Caribbean in the comments saying like it wasn't cultural appropriation to them.
Okay.
And that they didn't get complete dance hall-y vibes from it. Like it seemed like it was maybe like a mix or whatever with something else. So they were like, as somebody from the Caribbean, this wasn't cultural appropriation.
Nice.
So that's where they were coming back and saying like, oh, you guys are reaching all the time. You guys always want to say cultural appropriation.
No, I was asking a question.
And that's why I was saying, help. Like, come to the comments instead of insulting and saying you guys suck, don't subscribe to this channel because they just talk about racism all the fucking time, stuff like that. They were saying, like, I'm saying, tell them, correct them, misinform. I mean, people might be misinformed. Right. Help.
And that's why we asked.
Exactly.
And
we talked about that earlier. I think you came in later. Is it Michaela? Yeah. Somebody had put that in the comments, and yes, we have addressed it, and yes, we are taking measures.
It was her.
It was Patel.
Oh, earlier.
Earlier. Yeah, we talked about this already.
Lex Joplix, how about asking questions instead of with this passive-aggressive childish bullshit? Imagine thinking Hakuna Matata is cultural appropriation. No. How about asking a fucking question like somebody who's got some fucking sense? instead of this like passive aggressive bullshit. If you're gonna come with it, come fucking with it.
Also, I don't know if you're underage, so I apologize for profanity.
I'm not.
No, I am just because we are influential. So my thing is, I am going to.
Yeah. I mean, that's
No. I'm sorry. Jelly's reaction when he.
And that's fine.
Jelly just said. She's like, I stand by what I said. I ain't mad at it.
Just because it came off as really aggressive, and that's what I'm apologizing for. Because if you are underage, coming at you sideways is not the adult thing to do in my eyes, and that's what I'm apologizing for.
Are they?
I don't.
No, someone else. It's someone else.
Oh yeah, no, they're still on there.
No, but
Wait, what are you talking about?
no one said. I don't know if they just came
They just got in. Fellas Toothers just came in.
What are you asking?
No, somebody had put Hakuna Matata. No, I'm not saying that it was culture appropriation. Yes, I probably did this. It threw me off, but like, no.
No, I think
Hakuna
because
Matata
the conversation is now
culture
happening, people are jumping in and, they're bringing
Right.
whatever. This
Whatever
conversation
energy.
needs to happen. I talked about it earlier. Conversations need to be had instead of insults just being thrown left and right.
Because that's
So
childish.
we're
If
having
you're a
the
child, I get
conversation.
it.
Exactly, and that's why I'm like, you probably are underage, and if you're not, coming to another adult, as an adult, with some respect would have been nicer and more appreciated. But if you are a child, under the age of whatever the fuck, I feel like instead of saying, imagine thinking Hakuna Matata is cultural appropriation, it would have been nicer for you to say, hey, what about Hakuna Matata makes it cultural appropriation, like using that. And then it would have been the conversation. That's what needs to be had.
Which
want
one was it?
Lel.
No, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
What
17
was
Hakuna Matata. It super recent, like
it
within
just,
the
it
last
just dropped.
yeah. Lifetime Last says, I find that it is a problem with most reaction channels as well. When the person is just talking through the whole time, they might miss important things. I'm glad you're going to pause it more so we can hear your thoughts more and then see the rest of reaction. Absolutely. Like we've said, we've talked about it.
Easy.
We want to be better. We want to show you guys that we do care, because I understand that people are thinking because the talking is happening through the music video that we don't give a shit. I understand that, and I am sorry for that, and we are all sorry for that. That is not the case. It's just natural reactions. That's the thing. It's natural reactions. It's hard to have a natural reaction if you have to wait. To wait throughout the whole music video to talk about it. It's not like we have note-taking stuff that we can do and stuff like that. So Jelly talked about how she's gonna pause it more when she hears us like start to react and stuff like that, so then we can get it out and then continue with the music video so that we don't miss anything. But we're also gonna do our part and maybe like, hey, I have something to say, talk about it, and then get back to the music video so that we don't miss anything. Because especially if there's parts that you guys feel really like related to, or you're like, oh, this is my favorite part, of course you're going to want to see people that you like reacting to things. You're going to want to see how they react to your favorite part. So I do understand the desire and the want for, people being like paying more attention to things, and we're going to do our best to change that and make it better.
So watch this week's videos coming out, and you let me know if I'm on the right track of doing that.
And just again, so that we're clear, doesn't matter how old you are, when you come to this channel, what you will get is the realness, the raw. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it's unadulterated, unvaccinated. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all that. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is when you get here, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be. We're not going to. Not say what needs to be said or not put our opinions out there because of the situations that you may not understand. So again, thank you, Mailbox. We will continue to address the concerns if they're continually brought to us in ways that we can hear and address them. But coming to someone and being like, don't you think you should do something with your hair? You know what I'm saying? That's not doing anything. That's pulling up and being rude for no reason. And on top of that, if you want to try to compare the two, we are all professional entertainers, to say the least. So we don't come from a place of saltiness. We don't come from a place of personal hurt. We're coming from a place of, oh, well, we work in one of the most influential industries and in one of the most influential places on this planet. So at the end of the day, we're coming from our own expertise. We're coming from our own knowledge, from our own journey. You know what I'm saying? But we are professionals. So we're trying to give you what we can and we're trying to give our opinion thus forth. So if you're going to come and try to argue with professionals about what you feel, please address it in a way that you would a professional. I'm not gonna walk to the president, hey, yo, president, yo, what's good with the hoods, bro? Why you out with the hoods? I'm gonna say, hold up, wait, there's an poverty issue. You know what I'm saying? And the lower tier situation of the city of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not, yo, what's good with the hoods, dog? Like, what's up with the hoods? You know what I'm saying? So, again, at the end of the day, you may not always agree with us, but that's what makes us human. Thank you, Michaela V. She says. That's why I like this channel. I don't always agree with you guys, but I don't think that's a bad thing, as long as your opinions are said with respect. Yes, at the end of the day, respectfully disagree, agree to disagree. Yeah. Some people, their favorite color is blue. Obviously, I like green. Purple is one of mine. He likes red. She's on red. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. We have differences, and that's what makes us. That's what makes us. The differences, the nuances in between our 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 2 hands, and 2 feet, and 1 heart. The nuances between that is what makes us us. Respect.
And we did have to figure out where that line was from where we first started, because some of these people who are on here have been here since the beginning. It was very rough the way opinions were stated when we first came out. Very rough.
From the viewers or
from us?
Oh no, yeah, because we was like in the cut, like me and my boy hitting blunts in our private time, talking the talk we talk. But again, like we all agree, if you're going to entertain and captivate and possess people's attention, you can't just give it the way you want to see it. You have to give it the way that they possibly can understand it. You have to come from instead of us coming from this road, we got to come from this road now. And that's what it is. But if you never tell us that we're still coming from this road, then every time we're doing this, we on the ceiling, bro. We're comfortable here.
Exactly.
Well, we need you to be on the floor with us. Oh, got you. We'll break it down for y'all.
So the comments that you guys keep putting on the videos and stuff like that, you need to come with information backing up what you're saying. Instead of just being like, oh, you guys suck, oh, I hate this channel, oh, you guys are racist, blah, 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 whatever. Tell us why. Tell us how. Give us examples. Because if you don't tell us, we don't know where to grow. We don't know how to be better. So don't come with half-ass comments that are just to fill whatever void you have and whatever insecurity or whatever hate that you have. None of us hate anybody that comments bullshit on our stuff. None of us hate the artists that we watch. For those who just came in right now, earlier in this conversation, we did talk about how we don't hate any of the artists that we've seen. We don't hate the team that works for them and works with them. We just, we've criticized more on the team's doings than the actual artist, but you guys come at us like we hate the artist. And it's like, if you listen to the videos and actually listened, maybe not so from a fan's point of view, but from a human's point of view, and maybe from an entertainer's point of view, you'd understand that we're not actually coming at the artist at all. We're coming at the team and saying, do better because your artists are better than this. Yeah, and they have a bigger potential and, stuff like that. We respect the artists as other artists, So don't come in with the complete disrespect instead of, don't something inform me, don't insult me, inform me, or whatever it is. There's the saying now with like everybody getting canceled and stuff.
Counsel.
Don't cancel counsel?
Yeah.
Oh, don't cancel counsel me or whatever. Yeah, like
instead of cancel culture, it's cancel culture. It's council culture.
Yes.
So, person who just came in, what
are you laughing at? I want to laugh.
Right. What's funny?
I got a shower.
What's funny?
Yeah, it's getting hot.
Oh, you hot?
Oh, I got
you
you
hot?
I'm hot.
Oh. I love channels like yours because it's rare to find channels like yours. I'm glad to be here. Oh, we love you.
And we do want to reiterate is that the majority, because they've even come to me and said this is how things are done on reaction channels by other reaction channels. And they're just like, we like what you're doing, but this is what we do. Other reaction channels that you guys praise so hard, that's not their first time seeing that music video. They will watch the music video on their own, do their own research, figure out, oh, what things in the background should I talk about in the video? What things should I react to the loudest in the video? What should the loudest in the videos. That's what your favorite reaction channels do. That's not like when they film it, when they get to filming it, that's usually not their first time watching or listening to that song.
Mm-hmm.
On our channel, it is.
Like raw, genuine, complete, natural reactions. Have never seen the music video, have never heard the song.
You want that fake reaction? Go to that channel.
So they're not going to know that your favorite part is coming up,
Shout
or
out to
the
the
most
reactors that
important
actually
part of the
behind it.
song, or the most important lyric of the song is going to be coming up because they haven't heard it before. They haven't seen the music video before.
Mm-hmm.
None of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. And then like we'll get stuff in the comments and you're like, well, you know that if you research before, then we're not reacting to it. We're just watching it because we already know what it is. That's not a reaction. They're just like, oh, what kind of reaction was that? A fucking real one?
Right.
I watched this for the first time and
What kind
this
of
is my
reaction?
human
Right.
reaction to it?
Right.
I'm weak.
Right.
No, not all YouTube fans. But a lot of them would be like, oh, well, you should do your research first. For what? I don't, why? That takes away the enjoyment of, like, I'm reacting to it if I know what's coming.
Exactly. It wouldn't be a real reaction.
They fake the reaction because when it's a new video and they put it out, that's how they get views. And that's how they suck people
Exactly.
in.
It's
That's the thing about it.
clickbait.
It is not an actual reaction.
Yes. It's a planned reaction to get the clout, to get the viewers, to get the likes, to get everything.
And they scam it too. I'm
yes,
sorry.
It's very
And
strategic.
y'all fall
It's
right
like this.
into
And the
it.
thing about it is, they will go.
That's real though.
They will go.
Very real.
They will
That's
go
not
to
in the trap.
the. They will go to the video. They will go to the comment section. They will see which comment got the most thumbs up, especially for a certain part in the video. And then they will look at that part and they'll be like, "Oh, bet I'm gonna react to that for my reaction video." So once they do that, they suck you in. They're like, "Oh, they saw my favorite part. Like, share, subscribe. That's what they do. It is a system.
Yeah, it's marketing.
I will, ever since day one, when me, Ra, and Gumby were here eating Queens Flip burgers, watching BTS for the first time, we said there was one part of one of their videos, we was like, oh, dang. He's like, I don't know about that one. I'm getting messages like, you don't like BTS? Did you say something bad about BTS? No. It's my reaction. This is a reaction channel.
Reaction.
Go to there's a Webster's Dictionary in your house or on your phone. Google the definition of reaction.
Yeah, y'all need to know etymology. Come on now.
Lifetime Last says, I can name a lot of reaction channels that will fake every reaction saying they like it. Like, I know you don't like every single video you're watching. Exactly. And we don't have to like every single video.
Tell them to show you music library. Tell them to show you their music library if they say they like it so much.
Right, because all
I'll wait.
the songs that we react to, where they have like those reactions that you're looking for, is on their playlist.
Yes,
the ones
we
that
add it right after. Right after.
That Money Dance
in the
featuring.
middle of the show, and y'all get mad. Y'all are on their phones, and I'm like, they're adding it to their playlist. Like,
Hey, look.
right now.
All I gotta say is that DJ Rao's in my motherfucking iTunes now, bro. Quit playing with me.
Right.
Shoot.
And that's the thing. You guys get mad at us for not liking your favorite song. It doesn't mean we don't like you. It doesn't mean we don't like the artist. Jenny.
Alright, let's finish this up.
Yeah.
We can be here all day with it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But
I'm trying to figure
all
out
right.
what
Yeah.
Be in our comments. Help us out. Inform us. For those who have been in here, and if you see this video later on, if you can also help, that would be awesome. Like, help in the comments. You know, if you see something, you see people like coming at us, not to say defend us, but just be like, hey, instead of insulting, tell them what they did wrong. Help them out.
Because I used to do it. They'd be like, oh, this channel sucks. Well, what do you suggest we do?
Or just
Exactly.
leave
And
it.
I would never hear back from them. And it's like, oh, so you just left a comment to just be like, y'all suck, and then
Exactly.
run away. Just like
Yeah.
whoever put LMAO. LMAO, but I'm going to run away. Or I'm going to say this, but I'm not going to respond to what you say.
I
I'm
try
not
not
trying to
to.
get my hate out towards you,
Right.
but I don't want it to be constructive
Right.
at all whatsoever.
If you
I'm sorry
sit
that you
there
hate
Me
yourself.
personally-
and say that.
Me personally, it's the internet. people gonna say what they want to
It's-
say,
yeah,
and then
they
like you know they're gonna do what they're
Hurt
gonna
people, hurt
do.
people.
They want a reaction. And guess what? Y'all got a reaction because it's a reaction channel. Make sure you follow the aquarium.
Boom.
Right.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the Patreon.
Boom.
Make sure you check out everything else that they are doing here.
Twitch,
Much
boom.
love and appreciation that everybody that is with us now and the people that even was with us in the beginning.
Yup.
Because without
And that will be with us
because
in the future.
all of you that was and especially the future, because if it wasn't for y'all, this channel would not be where it is right now.
I appreciate you guys for educating us and putting
Yes.
us on game
Yes.
and like telling
Yes.
us about our reaction videos and just being honest.
Because y'all
Yes.
put us onto some bangers for real.
Yep.
Yeah, and it helps.
Yeah.
It helps us not just grow as entertainers, but also grow as people.
Yep.
And that's what we want, because we would want the same for you. Like, if, you know, that kind of thing, you would want somebody to call you out when you were wrong, right? Or when you know,
No, they
stuff
don't.
like that. Like,
No, they don't.
no, I know, but I'm saying, like,
Well, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what you would want.
Yeah.
That
This is what you should
yes,
want.
You
yes.
should want.
You should want that in
Yeah.
order to grow. I ain't gonna tell you that that's what you want, but yes.
All right.
Alright, be on the lookout. I'm probably gonna try to do it on a live, but a jellyfish did send us the Bambi EP.
Backyard.
Yes.
Hey.
So we're going.
See, this is real reaction. We like him.
Yeah. And so, no, because they were just like, you should check out some DPRE. And I'm just like, check her
Bambi,
channel. We got some
Bambi.
videos. And they're like, yeah, because on it, what was it, Neon? That, where he had the.
Yeah, that video's hard. That's huh?
With Zico?
No, the one that we.
When he's in the,
that we
Yeah.
listened to on our trip.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
and he's
Oh,
in
the 3 a.m.
the-
freestyle?
He's in the DeLorean. He's in the DeLorean, right?
Oh.
That one?
Yeah,
With
where
two
it's like a
Ps.
futuristic and he's
And he has the thing on?
yeah, the space.
Yeah, he has space. He's in the
helmet,
DeLorean.
and
He's in the
he's like
DeLorean.
Can you
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was like featuring Zico or something. I don't know, but
Oh, that's DPR Live. My bad. Oh, good. DPRE and we did
The light.
blueberries.
NPR Ian, right?
Yeah.
NPR Ian.
DPR.
No, I know, but the other person isn't it NPR Ian?
They're all
It's still-
DPR.
Oh, it's all
It's
DPR.
like the Strike family. It's like DPR Ian, DPR Live, DPR like.
Okay, cool. So
Oh.
live is the thing, like that's the part of the name that changes.
You're welcome.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So yes, but be on the lookout for our unboxing of Bambi, and it's gonna be a listening session. So we probably won't be able to do it live. Well, we can do the unboxing
Okay.
live, but the
I know,
listening
right?
session
Okay.
we'll have to do somewhere else, or we get flagged for all the copyright.
Right.
But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you for those for joining in. Thank you for those who did bring up, what you wanted to bring up in the Shark Tank. That is what
Yes.
it's for.
Yes.
We will take those bites, we will take those hits, because again, that's what it's for. That's how we learn, that's how we grow. Thank you guys for, getting us to this point to where now we have this aquarium channel, and as we grow and more, we'll grow together.
Yay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
All right, y'all. Be easy. Peace.
Safe.
Love ya.
I need to see what I said because I don't know.